Welcome to Ready Play Go, where a group of us nerdy streamers get together, roll some dice, and have some fun. Let us introduce these lovely people. Let them tell you a little bit about themselves and what they've got going on. Avery?
Hello everyone, I am Avery Connors. I am a variety VTuber, and I stream a bunch of random stuff. I'm currently playing through Middle-earth Shadow of War. I also do Phasmophobia most Tuesdays with Chris, Haba, and Z. I don't know when my next stream will be because I'm having some struggles with life, but it'll be probably someday this week. That's as much as I can promise.
All right. Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris of C90. I'm not a variety VTuber. I'm just a normal variety streamer. Clarify that.
Are you sure?
I do a bunch of stuff as well. Tuesdays are Phasmo nights, but I'm also going to start 2 hours earlier on a Tuesday night where we're going to be playing Cursed Bed with Bill Bob. So we'll just have like that for 2 hours, then into Phasmo. Sundays we have the D&D session of I can't remember the name of that, what we called it, something in Adventures in Exandria. I've not had to say the name yet in so long, with Zim and Snacky, but that's coming to a close within the next couple of months, I think. And then I've got a whole bunch of other stuff planned that I'm hoping to do, but just life has been getting in the way, and no, that's a lie. New World's been getting in the way, and I've not wanted to do anything else but, so that's why streams have been a bit sporadic. But we'll get back in. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of editing for YouTube, so like I'm going to start getting more stuff up on YouTube so that you can watch what I've done before while I play New World. So like it's a full circle and everything wins.
Okay. Haba?
Hello, I'm HabaDacter. You can find me at twitch.tv/HabaDacter. I am a variety streamer. I do a lot of RPGs and horror games. Every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. EST, I do Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is an old game. We recently just finished a Gangrel run, and we'll be doing Malkavian next. Thursdays appears to be Mass Effect Day. And also Tuesdays I do Phasma with Chris and Zim and Avery. And Wednesdays I'm here, and the rest is up to whims for now, but I will hopefully have a schedule again soon.
Awesome. Did you hear that they're trying to remake Vampire Masquerade Redemption?
I mean, if they fix the mechanical bullshit of how it doesn't work, then great. But that thing is unplayable. I watched Ghosty try to play it.
That game was.
I tried to play it and I couldn't do it. And then so when I first found Ghosty and she finished Masquerade, or Bloodline, she was like, "I'm gonna do Redemption," and I was like, "Good luck." And she quit after like an hour and a half. She was like, "I can't."
You need that game is so you need to know what you need beforehand. Even in your first run.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just not even fair sometimes.
Yeah, that game's fucking impossible. Impossible. Sorry,
Zim.
Hey, I'm ZemannTheMann. I was a variety streamer. I'm on hiatus for now. You do a lot of complicated things in my personal life, and hopefully in the next few months I'll be getting back into it because I've got some great ideas that I'd love to start streaming again. Certain things with I do mostly RPGs and some base building strategy games. RimWorld is one I love doing a lot, and they've come up with some really great updates that I really want to do. So anyway, but that's it for now. And on Tuesdays I play Phasma with Haba, Chris, and Avery there. Join us for some good times and hearing Haba sing her Jennifer song.
Jenny, I got your number.
Yeah, it's there for that. Yeah.
It was a delightful turn from Jennifer, I hate you. Jennifer, your name is stupid. Sorry to Jennifer.
Dox.
I'm Dox. I'm your resident indie dungeon dweller. I do mostly indie games. I cover indie stuff, and I do a lot of TTRPG discussion and workshop talk about characters, talk about different systems. That's my bag. What I got coming up is tomorrow we're gonna do indie that I've been having my eyes on. It's called Somerville. It's by one of the developers who did Limbo and Inside, so I'm really excited to see how that plays out. And then I just I grind out the indies and I collab with everybody here on stuff. So that's me.
And I am Dread Pirate Reynolds. You can find me over on twitch.tv/DreadPirateReynolds. Yesterday I had my 40th birthday, and the streamathon did really well. And it just reminded me how much I miss doing Chuckle Fucks. So when Chris and Z finish their campaign, maybe we'll be able to do it on Sundays. We'll see. Nothing is going to be concrete for now, but hopefully we can get that going again.
With that, nothing but trying to get Habba to laugh hysterically.
Yes. With that also being said, next episode is the penultimate episode of this game. So this game is coming to a close. The following weeks or whatever afterwards, we might do more Chuckle Fucks. We might, or if people can't make it, me and DoxRyan here, we're talking about it, and we might have a podcast in the same time slot until in January. There is a new game being worked on right now. Is there a title for it?
Deadlands right now. It's just a Deadlands project. I don't have all the official
Deadlands project. A title is coming soon. And so will the cast and time and date.
Hoping to have the start date locked down by the end of this week. It all depends on how phone calls go.
Sure. So keep followed to our Twitter at Ready Play Go ENT. That is twitter.com/ReadyPlayGoENT for any upcoming news on future projects. With that being said, let's begin with a warning. Vampire the Masquerade has a very mature themes and scenarios involved in the game, and if at any time you feel like you are upset and you need to step away, please do so. Supporting us should not be more important than your own mental well-being. Furthermore, the characters in this game are flawed individuals who make questionable actions and are definitely not role models. Please do not emulate any actions or decisions made during this chronicle. With that having been said, let's jump into our next episode of Sanguine Stories, Heralds and Heresies. We left off last episode. Let's rewind about 5 minutes because the way things left off last episode was a little tense and needed more clarification. So
Sorry. That's my fault.
God damn it, Haba.
Huh?
Immediately derailing the game.
Wow.
Sorry.
We left off.
Oh my.
We'll pick up where.
This bodes well.
So I'll take a breath. It's not that funny. Whew. I mean, it is, but let's just take a breath.
We'll pick up right after Mathias and Karter drove away.
Right,
Okay.
so Aleister is basically he just finished looking at the body. He's gonna like he's been mumbling "fuck, this is bad" a couple of times, and then he just kind of announces, "Well, this isn't good. Mr. Uilleam, can you take her body to the car for me, please?"
Yeah.
Are you going
And
to take
then-
her back to the Haven?
Yes, I need to examine her, and I'm going to kind of compare what she looks like, what's left of her, compared to Mr. Matthews that we already have. Dante said this woman was Camarilla. That's really bad, and we need to find out what she was doing in this territory. Now, obviously, she just asked for permission to operate here. Probably didn't give him any specific details, but if we can find out who this woman has seen, where she has been, this might give us some clues as to like who might have even done this. And well, that means I think I have to go talk to the Camarilla.
I'm sorry. What?
How else am I going to find out what she was up to?
What are you going to say to them?
Well, look, I know who she is. We've met before.
I'm sorry. Why do you know who she is, Aleister?
Part of my deal for being in this city is that I have to. Well, I've asked permission from the Camarilla to operate because I'm from out of town. That is normal procedure when you're in a city that you are not from. You present yourself to the leaders and ask for permission to operate.
To the barons. Go ahead.
Yes, if you're an Anarch territory barons, which I did as well, except I haven't talked to John because apparently he's a dick. But I also have to operate in Camarilla territory too. And as part of their permission, I had to do a little bit for them. This woman was my contact. Now she is dead. This looks very, very bad on me. So I have to go to the Camarilla to find out what she's up to. Or what she was up to.
Okay. So you're going to... Okay. First of all, St. Louis is an Anarch territory. There is no Camarilla here. So you're going to have to explain that a little bit more for me. Second of all, what are you going to say when you go to Camarilla? Hey, what is my contact doing in St. Louis? She's your contact.
Yeah.
Don't you think that might raise some questions? Like, I don't know about you. Listen, I never worked in Camarilla in my life because for a long time it was dangerous. Okay. For my people.
Remember.
And it's still dangerous for some other people.
They are a bit closed-minded.
Uh-huh. So, how do you plan to talk to them
I've
without.
already spoken with the prince before. It's not like, I mean, I could probably get an audience with him.
Yeah, that's not my concern. My concern is that you alerting them to a dead Camarilla agent in an Anarch barony.
Whoa, whoa,
And-
whoa, 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 whoa. All right, look. As much as I don't give a fuck what happens to Dante, he insulted my clan, and he asked us to make this go away and to keep his name out of it. Because he asked me, no, I am not going to tell them that the prince's right-hand woman is dead. But her being my contact is my in. Look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to him, get an audience. Obviously, he hasn't heard from her, and he is going to find out soon enough because of how close she is with him. So we need to get her the fuck out of this territory before he finds out. I'm going to go to him, say, hey, I haven't heard from my contact in a while. What's going on? He's not going to suspect anything from me other than that. I haven't talked to him since since I first came here, because all my other dealings have been with this woman.
He cannot get involved here. There's too much at stake for people in our own group.
What do you mean our own group? Like, I know a war between Dante and the Camarilla is going to be pretty inconvenient for us moving around, but I mean, they don't really have anything against you, Jubilant.
I'm not talking about me.
He does whatever the fuck he wants. I mean, we don't worry about him.
Uilleam, what is Uilleam doing right now? Is he loaded the?
Yeah, Uilleam is just like with zero care or regard. He's just like picking up scoops of Danica and just kind of
Yes.
just like without any thought or anything like that. He just got told to put it in the car, so he's just kind of like, he's not even putting it in bags. He's just like handfuls. Just
Uilleam.
Yeah, as long as it's in the trunk.
Uilleam. Can you be part of this conversation, please? Aleister wants to go to Camarilla because apparently he's working for them.
Not for. Yeah. I do not have any.
Nobody works with the Camarilla, honey. It's all for. Anybody working for the Camarilla is their dog and nothing more to them.
To them, yeah. Well,
okay. I agree with you. They can't know she was here. So how are you going to go about that? How's that going to happen? I like Dante. I like him a lot. He's probably the nicest Baron I've ever met in my entire life. He's polite to me. He's soft-spoken, and he doesn't just yell at me or treat me like I'm stupid. So I actually like him a lot. I also value my freedom. And I don't want to be in a Camarilla territory. Some of us can't be in a Camarilla territory. So how do we... How do we keep them out of here? Uilleam, do you have...
out, you mean?
How do you said that they're going to find out sooner or later? Well, they can't find out. It can't have happened here then.
No, it won't. It won't. That's after I'm done studying. See, I'm going to offer any assistance to the Camarilla to find out what has happened to this woman. It is within the means of my operations in this city to investigate certain things like this. The Camarilla do know about the first murder. That I did tell them about that, because that's part of what I'm doing here. But they don't know about this one yet. So we will control when they learn about it. Once I am done studying this woman, we are going to. I plan to reconstruct some of it elsewhere, perhaps on the border, possibly even in Camarilla territory itself. Maybe right on John's front door because he's a dick.
It can't be in the baronies at all.
Even though John, from what you've said, has
it's not
literally
about John.
insulted you, kicked you up, practically kicked you out of the territory, and almost got Karter killed.
It's not about John. Uilleam, do you have anything to say?
Uilleam, at this point, you'll see him kind of just having put the last little scoop of Danica into the car. He's kind of just going to be sitting, kind of. See that kind of way when you've got your, like, you just put both hands on, like you're just like leaning forward on something, and he's just gonna like, can you just shut the fuck up? Like, both of you? Like, Aleister, just let him fuck off. He's gonna fuck off anyway. Like, what does it matter if he fucks off and gets himself killed? Like, that's just it. Like, I'm surprised he's not been killed yet. Like, I'm surprised that none of us have been killed because of his fucking bullshit. Like, I don't understand why we have to constantly be in control of every fucking aspect of this shit. This is Dante's problem, or it's fucking John's problem, or it's the Camarilla's problem, or somehow Mathias is fucked in all of this because that's all he seems to be involved in, is every fucking detail. Why don't we just shut the fuck up and just get on with shit? Every minute we're always like, everybody's got something, but yet everybody wants to put their fucking edge in everything, and we do not need that right fucking now. Like, Aleister, what's your deal? Like, you're never here. You never want to be a part of this fucking thing. You talk about how you have these issues. Oh, this person might be looking into my mind, blah, blah, blah. But then you don't want any of us to fucking help. You don't want to talk to us. And then, like, Jubilant, you've got all these problems that are constantly coming up, and everybody tries to fucking deal with it, but then something else comes up, and it's like always having to be everything is you. Everybody's got shit. Can we just fuck off?
Did you just say that I make everything about me?
Am I wrong? Like, everything about the church, everything about fucking Cain, everything about fucking Deatherage, it's just always the same. Like, nobody else can have a problem without it being something to do with Cain. It's just so fucking tiring. Constantly everybody bickering about something that means nothing.
Neither of you deserve the station you have. Jubilant's gonna start crying, but she's super angry.
And blood starts streaming down her face.
Let me tell you something, Uilleam. It's all about me. You want to tell that to Karter when the Camarilla comes knocking here if we do this wrong? Because he's fucking caitiff. Did you know that? Not my business to tell, but I'm so fucking selfish. You want to protect somebody. You want to make sure nothing bad happens. What do you think Camarilla's going to do if they find out about Karter? What's the first thing that's going to happen? We got a bunch of ritualistic murders and a caitiff in a barony. That's a blood hunt. He's done. You ready for that? I'm fucking not. And Jubilant is going to turn away from them and start to walk off. And then she's going to stop and she's going to turn around. She's going to take her phone out of her pocket and she's going to shove it into Uilleam's chest and say, learn how to use a fucking phone, you ancient Scottish corpse. And she's going to storm off and start walking towards the nearest gas station.
Okay. There is a deafening silence for a good 2-3 minutes.
You got anything to add, Aleister?
Wow. You put things pretty bluntly there. I'm not used to working with others. I spent most of my life in the basement of a hospital studying before this happened to me, and I was just fine with it. Then when I got recruited, they just wanted me to keep kind of doing what I was doing, and occasionally brought me interesting things to look at. It is difficult to all of a sudden just start trusting a bunch of people you just met, especially when all of you are all of you. No offense. You guys are all very strong personality people. And I don't run across that too often. Most of the people I run into are very serious-minded people. Like you know where they stand because they fucking tell you. None of this, Kane everywhere bullshit, or Mathias's business is everything, and wanting to control the world bullshit. And Karter, I can't even get a read on that guy. Like, what the hell is his thing? Like, is he just some jarhead? I don't know. It seems like he's more than that. But I don't know, he also doesn't really speak for himself too often. The only time I ever saw him speak up for himself was when he decided to betray me, more or less, and go work for Mathias. And you fucked up my car. How the hell do you think any of us, or anybody not used to any of this shit, can even begin to process? It's been difficult. But I have to say, after all that, you do have a very good point. And sometimes, perhaps, a person needs someone to call them out on their shit so that they can pay attention when they're used to doing things a different way and kind of get used to it. After seeing what's happened here tonight, and then from what you told me that you were seeing, as well as what I just recently experienced, like I told you, I think there's something bigger going on, and I really don't think I can handle this. I mean, hell, this wasn't even why I came to town in the first place. Kind of got wrapped up into it, and I would be lying to say if it doesn't interest me, because it is incredibly fascinating, and I want to know who is doing all of this and for what reason. But I do realize I need people to help me get there. After I go to see the Camarilla, obviously, you don't have to join me if you don't want to, but I will go back to the Haven, and I'll stay there. I'll be with you guys. I'll let you know everything I find out when I find it out.
Uilleam's got to take like a long last breath and sigh.
And that's poignant because he doesn't have to breathe.
Exactly.
It's for effect.
I know.
Yeah.
He's just like for this entire time since like Jubilant's thing made of, he's been kind of looking down. He's just like it's the first time he's going to actually make eye contact.
Has he been looking at the phone?
No, he's still just kind of on his chest, and he's see. That's where your problem's been, Aleister. Is you're trying to figure out whether it's difficult to trust people. You don't trust people. That's how you end up dead. Like, you think I trust anybody here? That's how I'm still here. What your problem is, and what everybody's problem seems to be, is that everybody wants somebody to solve their problems. The only people that can solve your problems is you. Like, you can't rely on everybody else to just constantly be... And at the same time, if somebody can help you, see the fucking signs. You don't have to go into every fucking thing with a death wish. It's like a constant fucking merry-go-round you're going to be on. Like, you go through everybody else. The only fucking person here that seems to have their head screw on right is fucking Karter. And God help me, right fucking now, the person that I seem to be able to understand and trust and know the fucking options of is fucking Mathias. And that fucking makes me sick. That Mathias is the closest fucking person to having fucking trust with. He seems to be the only person that's able to actually get fucking shit done without it turning into a clusterfuck. You can go and do whatever you want, Aleister. Like, it's apparent that nobody's ever going to be able to say or tell you something that's going to make you change your outcome. You've heard what it'll be if you go there. And that's on you. If you go there and you get people that were willing to help you killed, you're going to have to live with that. That's on you. But this constant battle of... I've got enough shit here. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck I'm even here in the first place. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be this. But here I am, still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I've been flung in with a group of people that Disney seem to fucking be able to simply communicate. And it's stupid. It's fucked. And we're supposed to solve murders? Like, what? That's... I'm here to fucking hit things. That's what I'm good at. That's what I've been used for. I'm not here. Like, I'm the one usually causing this shit. So, at the end of the day, do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm done trying to figure this shit out. And then he's going to about turn and just start walking off.
Are you walking off in the same direction that Haba went?
Oh, no.
Sorry, I muted myself in stream. Did you walk off in the same direction that Haba went?
No. I'm going to walk off in a different one.
Okay.
Wow.
And you're left there alone, Aleister, with a stinking, rotting corpse in your trunk. Trunk's still open. And just a lot of things to think about. What is the next thing you do?
He's gonna go to the trunk and see if he has any like cleaning supplies, any sort of type of thing that he can use to wipe the scene down. He'll probably be doing that for a while.
I'd assume as a doctor you would have like actual like professional cleaning supplies, and especially since this isn't the first time you've had to get rid of a body.
True. Yeah, so he'll just get some cleaning supplies and spend his time cleaning up the wall, cleaning up the site. And then he's gonna.
Yeah, you've got a jug.
It's gonna be a while.
You've got a jug of bleach, and you've got gloves, and you've got like steel wool. Like you've got a steel wool brush that you just scrub everything down.
Yep. And he's gonna use that time just to like contemplate what just happened.
All right.
And then he'll head to the Camarilla afterward.
Sure. But before then, let's go back over to Jubilant.
I'm walking to the closest gas station or Walmart.
Sure. And there'll definitely be a gas station before there's a Walmart.
Okay.
And it's like a Citgo. It's got one of those like food marts, the Tiger Mart inside. It's relatively, I mean, it's a city. It's always going to be somewhat active.
I'm gonna go into it and see if they have any pay as you go card phones, like the phones that you can get instantly.
Yeah.
Boom, it's
the like
it's
a fucking like the old what were they called? You know what I'm talking about. The ones you used to be able to get at like.
It's called a prepaid phone, essentially. You go, you pay for it, you have service
you'll
as long as you pay.
You'll definitely be able to find a prepaid phone.
So I'm gonna get a prepaid phone. I'm gonna go pay for it. I hope.
Track phone. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes, track phone is probably the most well known in the States.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get one of those. She's gonna pay for it. She's gonna go sit outside on the curb and tear the fucking packaging open and get it out and set it up.
Now, all of this is now. I'm imagining that.
I wiped my face.
No. I'm assuming you wiped your face off.
Yeah.
Before going into the fucking.
Sorry, just felt like it needed to be said.
But I get the feeling that you opening up this phone and trying to get everything out, you're unloading all of your emotions on this packaging.
I'm gonna destroy the packaging. Just like mutter at it too and be like, fucking Scottish asshole, stupid fucking doctor thinks he knows everything.
And as you pull it apart, the phone goes flying upward. Because that's what happens when people are angry and they're not really paying attention to what they're doing. I need you to tell me, what is your athletics dexterity?
Athletics is going to be bad, I think. My dexterity is 3 and my athletics is 0. But I have good dex.
All right. So roll it. It'll be a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
To catch this.
Please.
You got it. You fumble it a little bit, but then you get it.
I'm going to set it up. And I feel like, because Jubilant is such an overcompensator, that she has memorized everybody's numbers. Like, actually memorized everybody's numbers. And so she's first of all going to text her old phone and be like, this is a text message, you fucking dumbass. And send it to her phone.
To whose phone? Sorry.
Jubilant's old phone that Uilleam has.
Okay.
This is a text message, you fucking dumbass. And I'm going to follow it up with, it's like a letter. Grandpa.
Okay.
Love the selfish bitch. And then she's going to text Mathias. And she's going to say, Aleister has the contract with Camarilla. Uilleam has my old phone. This is Jubilant. Everything is bullshit. XOXO.
Okay.
And then
cool.
she's gonna, because like the track phones they have now, and I know this because I was a merchandiser, they do have like smartphone-ish ones. And so the one that she has, she's gonna be able to like Google Maps something, and she's gonna
Sure.
Google Maps back to the Haven.
Sure. You could also download like Uber or anything like that if you wanted to get her right back.
That's true. I think she's really mad right now. So depending on how far the Haven is, she's gonna walk at least part of it.
It's going to be at least a 5-mile walk.
You can walk 5 miles in an hour. What time of night is it?
I mean,
she's
yeah,
a
you could
vampire.
definitely walk 5 miles in an hour if you walk tirelessly and don't get tired and are at a constant pace. But even vampires get tired. And what is your athletic? Your athletics is a 0.
0.
And what's your stamina?
Where is stamina? Stamina is a 2.
So you're average on stamina and you have no athletics. So you can walk 5 miles. It's not going to be in an hour.
Again, how much time she got? And like I said, she might not walk the whole thing, but she's gonna walk part of it at least.
It's about 10 miles away.
So
A
she's
little
gonna
under.
walk. She's probably gonna walk at least 2 miles of that.
Okay.
Before she tries to get a cab or whatever.
And we will pan away from her as she's walking off. Because it doesn't really matter.
There's nothing. Deal with everyone else.
And we go back to Uilleam, who is walking off on his own. Yeah. I saw that, but I just wanted to say you feel vibrating in your pocket. And you check it's from the device she gave you, but you have no idea how to access whatever happened. No response. Sure. The scene is going to go back to, actually, it's going to be a good amount of time. A little bit of time will pass, and the scene shifts to in the car as he's arriving in Camarilla territory. Aleister, you are pulling up to the rail yard, and you get out. Usual crowd is hanging around.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of like, just do a quick eye sweep of the crowd, kind of like see if I can get like
from the outside.
for...
All you see are like people that look like workers. But that, as you already know, is also part of the cover. They are all either ghouls or vampires working
extra agitated, or anybody like running around in like an emergency that doesn't seem railway related. No, okay, good.
There's no visible security on the outside or anything, but then there never was.
It's true. Yeah, he'll kind of like saunter over, to kind of like where he had met the prince before, just like
Right.
to try and get
Inside
into
the
that
building.
that particular inside the building. Yeah.
And as you make yourself inside, something you see doesn't make sense. Because right next to the prince is Danica Williams.
Excuse me. Can I just like take a really close look at her?
I mean, you're just getting to the building right now. Like you see her from afar away. Like it's obviously
okay,
her.
Huh. Wow.
And they're talking. Yeah. It's not just her though. It's like it's this time there's a few other individuals. They all seem to be of different clans.
Mm-hmm.
Including an Nosferatu sitting next to them talking. Not John.
Oh, I was going to say I've never met him, so I wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah.
There's
well, you do, yeah. For anyone else, it's not John.
He's gonna hold up for a second and then just kind of like. He's gonna turn around.
Okay.
He's gonna start heading back to his car.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have anything that can like suss out whether or not that woman is real or not. I can only find if people are hiding. Yeah, no, I don't have anything that I can really in particular do.
Sure.
Yeah, so seeing that kind of puts a monkey wrench in his plan, and he's gonna leave as subtly as he can.
You checked the trunk because I'd assume that would be the first thing you did once you just saw something that doesn't make sense.
Not right now. Not on Camarilla territory.
Sure, fair enough.
he's gonna just get in his just as calmly as he can go straight to his car, get in it, and then head right to the Haven. And when he gets to the Haven, that's when he's gonna check the trunk.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that with all you guys getting back to the Haven, it's gonna take about an hour or two total from the start of the episode till then. And it'll be a time skip, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to shift over to Mathias and Avery. Where we last left off, you two, if you guys didn't check out the one-shots we did, last we left off, Mathias and Karter were outside of a warehouse in the heart of what am I trying to say? In the heart of Dante's territory. Two individuals are in your back seat, and you were having a conversation.
So, Karter, I wanted to speak to you before we get back to the Haven.
Yes, sir.
You can table this our stuff. I want to speak as equals for this because I need to know going forward some things from you.
Okay. What do you need to know?
We've been working together for a couple of weeks, month or two at this point. I'm curious to know your perspective on things, your thoughts, your feelings, your everything. You're new in town. You clearly are not as old as some of us. And I wanted to know more about your perception of goings on and the world you have stepped into.
Well, I think someone's trying to start a war in this town. Honestly. with a Camarilla with a body on the border between two barons. Either side can get blamed for it, and now a Camarilla body, an important Camarilla body, in Anarch territory. I think, excuse the language, shit's about to hit the fan. It's already almost there.
I would agree. I've been having thoughts that things are not as they seem. I have dealing between Dante and John and the baronies and the anarchs with now bodies from the Camarilla. None of it lines up. None of it makes sense to me. I'm not an expert in investigation, but I've been in this game a long time, and none of what is being presented is coherent. None of it makes any sense. Like, you, in my business, if you're to murder somebody, right, there are connections, there's reasons, there's motive and victimology, things like that, right? There's a profile to things. None of this makes sense. You get a ritualistic murder that is supposedly related to demon worshipping. Then you have a Camarilla person who is, for all we know, not connected to anything. There's no connections. The filament doesn't. There's nothing to it, and I don't know what, or if there is anything more than just randomness. It seems to be chaotic, as you said.
It might be intentional,
It might be.
just to cause chaos.
But why us?
I don't think it's us. I think we're an unknown. I think this was probably going to happen whether I showed up in town, whether Aleister showed up in town, whether Jubilant showed up in town. I think we just got unlucky and were thrust in the middle of it. I mean, as far as I can tell, neither I or Aleister or Jubilant have any real connections in this town before we had to deal with this shit.
Agreed. And I had no connections to anything either. St. Louis is a business thing for me. I came in to deal with some organizational things and set up more distribution and client stuff. And then I had business with Dante, don't get me wrong. I had to deliver the Renoir and do some things to further my allegiances that way and secure relationships. But none of this is not what I do. My business is not this. I am fortunate that you have been delivered to me and Jubilant and various others. It has worked out in my favor. I mean, I will not complain about that. It has actually given me allies I did not count on having initially in the meeting we just held. That has now even made us in a stronger position to solidify our goals, especially my goals for what we've been working for. So, in a way, the chaos is fortuitous for me. I'm going to take advantage of it, but it seems erratic at best. And now things are moving that I cannot see, that none of us can predict. And I don't know, outside of building allies and getting assets in place, I do not know what is coming. I'm unprepared, and I do not like this feeling. It's something that is not is not the norm, which is why dealing with the people that we dealt with, which I again want to get your thoughts and feelings on that, is so important. Putting things together to insulate not only myself but those who are in my organization is everything. The bodies mean nothing. Getting you and adding pieces to the organization have been my priority, which you could probably tell, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes. Speaking from experience with not knowing what the hell's going on from day one, we got to be really adaptable to this shit. Because I said, as you said, I don't know what's going on either. I have no connections to this town that have anything to do with what we're dealing with. And I think we've been thrust into something that had nothing to do with us. And all I know is we gotta adapt. There's nothing else to do. I don't know if there's anything we can do to really prepare for any specific thing. We gotta try and prepare for everything.
Agreed. That is why I've done what I've done. And again, I want to ask your feelings. We've now brought hunters into our fold. We'll use them as assets to further our agendas. But what do you think? What's your thoughts? I know you performed well in the warehouse. I appreciate that, but you need to share how you feel. Hunters are dangerous. They could potentially lead us to interesting things, information sources, and avenues we don't have access to. But again, I need your thoughts. I trust you.
The only one I'm worried about is Stanley. Because I think he's on the verge of snapping. Just breaking down and being done. And that he could prove a liability before he proves an asset because of it. The other two, I'm worried about the dude with the giant dog, Eddie, because it's a fucking scary dog. But I think the other two you've managed to get in your corner, and I don't think they'll turn. And I've never had good dealings with hunters. I haven't run into them often, but they haven't been pleasant. But I understand their reasoning for the way they do it, so I think with the support you can offer them for the goals they're looking for, I don't think we'll have any problems with them.
I think that the meeting went better than could be expected, and yes, I do believe Stanley is a wild card initially, but I think his value could benefit the organization in ways that Joseph and Eddie cannot. That's just why it was important for me to play him subtly different than, say, Eddie or Joseph. And I think with what he did and the information he tried to send out or did send out to John may have repercussions, but I've already put things in motion to deal with Jonathan. He's not he may be an
Point
issue.
of order,
But...
you don't know John got that.
Oh, I thought we saw the phone.
We had the phone. We saw the texts on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
Yep.
Okay. Then
Yep.
yeah, you would.
Because we specifically took his phone when we knocked him out.
Yep. So I think for me, putting together assets like I have with you and Jubilant and keeping Aleister close and keeping an eye on Uilleam to see if he'll prove beneficial in any way has been important because, like you said, something is coming and we have very little information. So for me, I am preparing for war. I am putting assets in place. Jubilant's foresight and her fame can benefit us in seeing the unseen. Uilleam is a thing that we can use to, as distractions or make him smash into things, like he said. Aleister proves good with occult and blood rituals. That the assets that I've been able to acquire in these past weeks have been beneficial, but it has been for not only my betterment, but the betterment of those that I deal with. Not only my family, as you have heard, but others who have come to me for my services. So I appreciate your honesty, and I'm going to give you what you asked for. I believe you have earned it after tonight. And Mathias is going to pull out one of the pocket knives he has and slit his finger and get the blade slicked with his blood and pass it over to Avery or Karter.
Carter's gonna take the knife, say, "Thank you. It's a lot of trust you're showing me," and he will drink the little bit of blood.
And I imagine you just lick the wound closed.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we get to the Haven, we have to decide how we're gonna play this. I trust you'll follow my lead on this.
I'm good at that. I did have one question because you mentioned how you're working towards a goal. You know my goal.
Yes.
And if I'm to protect you, I don't actually know what your goal is, sir. Mathias, what are you working towards? You're preparing for war. But what comes after?
Mathias is gonna sit back and kind of like steeple his hands, and he's gonna look at Karter and goes, "I'm working to be the king in shadow. I want to
Karter
be."
is gonna just as soon as he says that, Karter's just like barely grip his fist and do like a fucking called it move.
My
He's not
whole
gonna say anything.
goal-
He's just gonna do that.
Just be like,
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
My whole goal in my efforts for over the last century has been to build a power base and an organization that allows me to move and dictate my own agendas. Have the power that I need to get things done without the trappings of vampire politics and bullshit of who does this and who does that. It should not be that way. I want to be able to do what I need to do when I need to do it and not have to worry about barons or princes or societal things that only limit our capabilities. And for those that are in my organization, they will function under that umbrella. And when we can move the way we need to move and do the things we need to do, only then can we ensure that those that are of like mind and of need can be brought under our, well, for a horrible pun, they can be brought into the shadows with us, like Jubilant, potentially Uilleam and Aleister if they make themselves useful to us. But I do not want to rule the world. I want power to do what I want to do and need to do. I don't want to rule. If that makes any sense to you.
Karter will give a small chuckle. I know a lot was said during that car ride with Jubilant, but you're looking for the same thing as me. You're just looking on a much bigger scale.
4D chess, my friend. As they say, play chess, not checkers. Are you okay? Knowing that we may
That's,
have to do things.
I will say, Carter, that's a phrase that you've heard before from your mentor.
So play chess, not checkers.
Yes.
What? Ask the question again, Mathias, because I missed it.
Are you okay knowing that there may be things we have to do that prove distasteful? We may have to take things into our own hands and eliminate people that no longer fit the plan. Retire those that need to be retired.
Karter. He's gonna like seriously like look off into the distance, is really thinking this over. Honestly, I think it depends on the case by case basis. As I've said, there are some things I won't do. I will not kill innocents just because they don't fit your plan. I won't do it.
I don't intend to kill innocents either.
If that's understood, as you've said multiple times, it is, then I have no problem with it.
Good.
It won't be the first time I've had to shift someone off this mortal coil, or immortal, whatever the hell we are, immortal coil.
Yes, well, it's good to know that I have you in the corner, watching my back. I was good to invest in you. So when we get to the Haven, we'll have to see how the investigation has went and see what plays out and make moves from there. Because I feel like we're at the crossroads.
Oh, I'm sure everything's gone perfectly fine at the body.
Well, with those three, you can never tell. Omar, you can take us to
True
the Haven
indeed.
now.
And it was actually before you were going to say that. Right before you were about to talk to Elmar, you get a phone call.
Go for Mathias. How may I help you?
Yeah, Mathias, it's Hector. Something went really fucking bad. Really bad. Our warehouse on the north side is burned to the ground. What do we do?
First, we take a breath and then we assess. Do we know?
No, you don't understand. It's all gone.
We're on our way. Sit tight. Karter and I will be there shortly.
Right after you get that call, you get another phone call from out of town, one of your contacts in Pittsburgh. One of your warehouses has been hit. Right after that, you get another text message from your contact out in Seattle. Your warehouse has been hit. The one person who is connected to all of these different locations is Hector.
I'll keep that in mind as we need to get to the Haven. There's been some things that happened this evening and the night grows to a close. We'll have to figure this out. Karter, there's been situations that have popped up, as you heard on the phone. Some of our locations have come under fire that we'll have to investigate, but we'll have to wait as the sun is coming up here soon. We have to sleep.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the war's coming for you, and the rest of us just got unlucky.
Maybe. We'll see.
I think that's the end of the conversation. We get in the
Yeah,
car.
Mathias is just going to get quiet and start to think.
Karter is going to clean the rifle that he shot a couple times.
I'm actually going to recount something. It's not, you don't get a call from Hector. You get a call from one of your contacts in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And
that's fair.
Another one in New York and another one in Seattle.
That's fair.
They're all the people that are connected to it. The only person the person that's been in charge of all of these is Hector.
We'll have to talk to Hector when the night comes again, because I know there's not a lot of time tonight.
It's about 2 to 3 in the morning right now.
Okay. I mean, we can get with Hector if you want. I mean, it's up to you about the timing.
Sure. We can fudge time. It's not a problem.
I guess we'll
you're making your way back to the Haven first, though.
No, if we have time, I'll deal with this first.
Okay.
So I'll head to my personal estate.
Okay. And you know that's where he usually turns up. Let's swap from that for a minute. Back over to the Haven, as we'll start with, I'm guessing Aleister, because he has a car, he'd be the first one back.
As soon as he parks, Because like the whole time he's just thinking, oh fuck, oh shit, what the hell is going on now? Like did we dream all of this too? And then and then when he finally gets there, he'll park and immediately he will go to the trunk, open it up, and see what's in there.
There's nothing. There's no body in the trunk.
Is there like anything in there that resembles, like, no blood, no guts,
residue.
no nothing? It's 100%
Not
clean.
even a scent.
How about my cleaning supplies? Have they been used?
Yes. But they don't have any stains on them.
No blood traces, no nothing.
Nope. They have been used.
Interesting. Okay. He's going to close his trunk and go inside and just sit and be like, and just kind of just ponder things as he waits for everybody
and
else.
the next person to show up will be Uilleam, as he can move really fast when he wants to.
Would have done everything that I wanted while being away in that short of time, though.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It's not that short a time. He had to go to the Cameron territory, then he had to come back. So you had time to do stuff.
Right. That's cool.
Plus, remember, you move really fast.
I know, but I probably would have wanted like a Suntree walk. You kind of just clear the head and that.
Sure, but I mean, if you wanted to get all that done.
Yeah.
Plus, remember that Haba said that she was going to be walking for 2 miles.
Yeah. I don't know if
it'd probably take like 45 minutes or so, depending on our pace.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I'd want to go back to the Haven with them being there all.
Would you?
Untrustingly.
Because one of the you messaged me what you wanted to do.
To be honest, I think I don't think I would go back to the Haven that night. Okay. I think where Uilleam would he'd probably go for a bit of a walk, and then he would kind of.
Well, then next person to come back is Haba.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more thing I want to do while I'm sitting there contemplating. He's going to pull out his phone and check the picture that he took of the body when it first started to decompose in front of his eyes. Is there a body in that picture?
It's just an empty alleyway.
It's just like a wall in an alley somewhere.
Yep.
Nothing written on the wall.
Nope.
No body. Interesting. Definitely gonna have to bring this up to everybody to make sure that we all experienced the same thing. Okay, then he'll just be waiting. Actually, no. He's gonna go up to his little apartment thing to see if the body of Mathias is still there.
Yes, body is still in the tub.
Well, he didn't know that. He went to go check to see if it was on the table.
You did know that because they told you they put it in.
Yeah, we did. We told you.
That's right. That's right. Okay, yeah, sure.
He chastised you for leaving it on the table.
That's right. Okay, yeah, he'll check it. Okay, it's there. All right. And he's like, okay, well, at least this body's real. And yeah, he'll just go back to just waiting.
Yep. Haba's the next person to show up, or rather, Jubilant is the next person to show up.
She's gonna go inside. She's gonna go to her room. She's gonna slam the door, and then she's gonna call Crockett Deatherage.
Okay. So as she pulls up, and are you still in your car? Or did you go inside? You went inside, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
You
basically at the
hear
kitchen
a
table.
car pull up, a door slam, a door open, door slam, stomping up the stairs to where Jubilant has taken her apartment. Door open, door slam.
Probably Jubilant. I think I'll let her calm down just an easy bit before I ask her.
And
he's basically waiting for Uilleam because Uilleam was the one that
Basically.
like actually literally held this body and
and yeah, you can do that phone call.
All right. Calling him.
Deatherage family. I was going to say circus.
Circus. Tabernacle Choir or Family Revival.
Deatherage, family tabernacle revival.
Who is this?
I
Can pick any name. So
Okay.
the ones that I named were Charity and Divinity. You can go with Faith. You can go with
yeah, I'm gonna go with
Grace. All sorts of things.
I know the word and it's just like stuck in my head. Yeah. This is my ADHD.
Yeah.
This is Revelation.
Revy, it's Jubilant. I need to speak with Daddy.
Wow, what's wrong?
I need to speak to Daddy.
He's kind of busy right now, but
I don't care.
Okay. I'll try to put you through. You put on hold and that familiar ding 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 ding. The whole music. And
We'll
about
never escape the girl from Ipanema.
no, you will not. The girl is coming from you. And about 2-3 minutes later, he says, you got some nerve.
I have nerve. You have fucking nerve. You sent me out here. You left me out here to complete things, to make a way for you, for the rest of the family. And then you kick me out, but I'm still here doing this fucking work for you. Nerve. Someone out here saying that they're my brother. When
Your
is
brother?
enough? Yeah, I left you a message. Someone was out here. There's a dead body that John had me investigating. Who knows why? I'm a singer. I'm not going to investigate a dead body. A dead thin blood, no less. What am I going to contribute to that? Crockett? What? Nothing. I'm a fucking singer. But I stayed to try and prove myself. And your friend, Brother Steele, goes, oh, his name was Joseph Armstrong. But it wasn't. Thank you. So my question is, am I ever going to be fucking good enough? What can I actually do? What do you actually want from me? By the way, I have secured safety for the family. That mission has been accomplished. What do you want? What do I have to do to be worthy of what we both know I deserve?
Jubilant, I don't know what you're talking
You
about right
kicked
now.
me out of the church.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You kicked me out of the church. Several
Last
nights
time I
ago.
talked to you was when we talked like 2 weeks ago about how services were doing well, and you were going to go talk to the bear. Like you were going to go talk to JD Steele. It's the
That
last
is
time
not-
I've gotten a phone call
That
from
is
you.
not true. That is not true. Divinity was here with me, and you ordered her home after I had a dream.
I
The
did
night
not do anything of the sort. Where is the Divinity right now?
she went home, or not
Where?
home, but she went to
Where?
Seattle.
We're not in Seattle.
You told us you were in Seattle.
I did not.
Oh my God, yes, you did.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about right now, but I think you need to pray and calm down.
Am I
And
in your?
think things through.
Am I in the church?
Last time I thought, yeah.
Am I in the family?
Yeah.
Find Divinity. The church is under the protection of my Mathias Delasangre now.
Under who?
Mathias Delasangre.
That snake? You're in bed with that snake?
He's gonna make it safe. And she's gonna hang up.
At what cost?
She hung up.
Okay.
And she's gonna lay down in her bed and she's gonna cry.
And I'm assuming that you weren't quiet through all that.
Yeah, that's
So her room is right above yours. You absolutely heard
She
that
got
entire
that. She
conversation
did that
from her
phone
end,
call
at
with
least.
Crockett where she got kicked out. That was like in John's casino or something, right? Aleister was not
No.
necessarily present.
No,
for
it was at
that
the
was
church.
my church. Uilleam was present for it.
Okay.
It
all right.
wasn't on speakerphone, however.
That's true. But he's got good hearing.
Yes.
Hmm.
He doesn't have as good as Karter.
Hmm.
He has normal hearing.
Well, Aleister will just,
But yeah, you heard
Put
one
that
side of
in
that
his head.
conversation.
yeah, he'll put that in his head. Definitely hearing her side of it. Her shouting about it seemed like something happened that she claims did, and then somebody's claiming that it didn't. He'll wait probably like 10 or 15 minutes because I'm sure he could probably hear her sobbing, at least at first. He'll kind of wait until like the sobs get a little quieter, and he'll actually like go upstairs to Jubilant's apartment, and he'll gently knock on the door. Just I know,
What do you
sorry,
want?
you're eating.
That's okay.
It's me. Something happened that I need to discuss with everybody, but since you're here, I might as well ask, since I did kind of hear your half of that.
She's gonna get up and jerk the door open. It's fucking rude to listen into people's phone calls.
I wasn't listening on purpose. I was sitting in the kitchen and I heard everything that you said. It's interesting because it's, from what I gathered from what you said, you spoke to the patriarch of your
My daddy kicked me out
institution.
several nights ago.
I remember you talking about that, and then you apparently it seemed like he didn't know what you were talking about.
He said he didn't do that, but we're Malkavians.
Well, that aside, things like that have happened to me too.
What do you mean?
A few nights ago, I swear I went to my organization to drop off some information for things that I've been working on, not the Camarilla, someone else. And then tonight, I got a message from them telling me, where is the information? And I swear I did it and dropped it off. That is why I left the body on the table abruptly, because I didn't believe them at first. And when I got to my haven, the packet of information I had prepared was still where I left it. It had not been given to them. And I swear I was there. I had a whole conversation. And I remember details being, now I remember details being odd that I didn't really realize at the time, but the area looked different. It looked like an area back from home, back in Chicago. And it shouldn't have, but I didn't think about it at the time. I was just at the Camarilla. And that woman was alive and right next to the prince. We all saw her dead body. Look at this picture I took of the scene. And he'll show it to her. It's just a wall in an alley. No body, no blood, no nothing.
So first, Jubilant would like to
What the hell just happened to us?
Jubilant would like to insight check him because he's lied to her so many times and she knows it.
That's fair.
She wants to see if he's being sincere.
I'm just gonna. I'll tell you what we're gonna do is, since I don't feel like it's really fair with player to player if we just use flat stats, because then we always know somebody's gonna win and always somebody's gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use you defending flat stats. You're gonna roll it since you're trying to discern.
Okay.
So Jubilant has to roll her wits insight, and I need to know what the total dice you have for your. I mean, if you're being honest, then it's going to be persuasion, charisma, persuasion.
Damn. Yeah, my persuasion is really low, and my charisma is really low too. Charisma.
So it's not a very high bar to pass.
Charisma persuasion is 1.
Okay.
Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1 for me.
Yep.
He's very obvious when he's telling the truth, apparently.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god, bestial failure. Oh my god. You got a 2 though.
I'm not getting that.
In the text wrong because she still got 2 out of 1.
Yeah, it says 2 successes, 2 out of 1 though.
Yeah, that should be.
But she rolled a crit on the. She rolled a 1
on
the hunger die.
It's because I had a critical failure on the hunger die.
Right, you have a critical failure, and criticals always overwrite successes. But it should still be enough. You have enough.
Okay.
That's a problem with the roller, not with you.
Okay. The picture that he shows her, is it just a blank alleyway to her as well?
I checked my trunk when I got home. There is nothing in it. I saw Uilleam put it in there, guts and all. There is no traces of a body being in there at all. After both of you left, I spent about 45 minutes to an hour cleaning that site. I looked at my cleaning supplies. They were used. There is no traces of blood on them at all. I don't think there was a body there at all. Somebody messed with us. And that's why I want to wait for Uilleam and Mathias and Karter to come back, because they were there too. Did we actually meet Dante? Did Dante mess with our perceptions before we got to this body?
I doubt that.
Because Dante was one of the first people that I met when I came to town.
Yeah, Dante, I don't really think is that kind of
We don't know much about him. We don't know
I
much about him. Mathias would know more about him than us.
I know more than you. I'm gonna. Okay.
I know. I don't know anything.
I know.
I'm new.
I'm gonna call Dante real quick.
All right. Jubilant.
Dante, did I see you tonight?
About what?
Did you call us and send us the text message to our coterie?
No.
Thank you very much. I will inform you of whatever's going on once I figure this out. Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
Thanks up. So you can call Mathias.
Go ahead. This is Mathias. How may I help you?
Are you on the way back?
Unfortunately, I'm on my way to deal with an issue that has arisen in an emergency. Why? What is going on, Jubilant?
Because there's no body.
What do you mean there's no body?
The body's gone. It doesn't exist. The picture that Aleister took is just an empty alleyway. The woman is still alive because Aleister went into Camarilla territory and saw her with his own eyes. And I have called Dante, and he said that he never spoke to us tonight. Oh, and my daddy said he never kicked me out of my family.
That's interesting. I received a series of phone calls that said that certain assets of mine have been burned. I'm en route to verify that it is in fact happened. So I appreciate the information. I will return shortly. There is much we must discuss, and I feel there is. I think we need to look at bigger things.
Would your friend Lucien would your friend Lucien be capable of something like this?
Lucien does not possess the discipline or access to power to do such. And I feel there is a source greater than even Lucien at work.
Let me ask you a quick question. I'm going to make a couple more calls. Also, Aleister has stuff in his memory that is wrong. Did you meet my sister Divinity? You saw her? She stayed at the Haven? Is that correct to your memory?
We arranged her travel to Seattle to meet with her family.
Yeah, apparently my family's not in Seattle.
It does not bode well. I'll have to make a call to make sure that she is secured.
Thank you very much. And we'll see you hopefully fucking soon. She's gonna hang up.
I'll be there before sleep.
Okay, she's gonna hang up. She's gonna call her old phone.
You get no answer.
She's gonna call it again.
You still don't get an answer.
She's gonna call it again.
You don't get a answer. Let's just he hasn't figured out how to unlock it yet.
Okay. Well, that's like a chocolate though. Okay, fine. Okay. She's gonna try and call Divinity.
Okay. It rings for like 2-3 times. How long was it ago? Was it that she was being sent to Seattle?
Like maybe 2 nights ago, I think, in the grand scheme of things. 2, maybe 3 nights tops.
Yeah, it was 2.
Okay. Question for you, Mathias. How will you have sent her?
Would have arranged one of our private.
Great. Would you have sent her? Because, like, if she's in a coffin the entire time, she can't be discovered.
Well, I would have secured travel where she would be safe from the sun, so it would have either been in a train that has specially like a special train car that we use, or by freight. If that would be the last, that'd be the last ditch. If we couldn't arrange more secure travel, that would be it. So either she's in a
Well, that's
secure.
actually some of the most secure, because then you could just put it in with regular luggage.
Right, but if I didn't need to traffic her that way, I wouldn't have. If there was a more comfortable set of security, I would have did that.
Yeah. So within a day, that would be the fastest way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was 2 days ago. If it wasn't that way, it would have taken at least a day to set it up. So she would still be not there yet.
Okay, that's fair.
She picks up the phone.
Where are you?
I'm on a plane.
Where's the plane stop? Is it direct to Seattle or is it somewhere else?
I don't know. It was a private jet.
Fuck. Divinity, can you ask the pilots where you're going?
Okay, hold on. You hear the phone. You like go down on the table, and she walks around. She comes back. She said, "Yeah, Seattle."
Ask them if they can come back to St. Louis.
I don't know if I have that power.
Well,
it's probably Wi-Fi, Avery.
just see. But here's the thing. Family's not in Seattle. Daddy says that they're not in Seattle and that he never kicked me out of the family, even though you spoke to him on the phone and gave the phone to me. You called him. He says he didn't kick me out and that he hasn't spoken to me in 2 weeks.
What?
It's not safe for you to go to Seattle. I don't know what's going on. I've called Mathias. If you cannot convince him to come back to St. Louis, Mathias, I'm sure, will call them. But you need to come back. You can't go to Seattle. There's nothing for you there. Nothing good anyway.
Oh, okay. I see what I can do, but I'm not like this is Mathias's thing. I don't know. I'm just
Divinity.
And she starts like
You are an angel of the Lord. You have been gifted by Cain. Be a big girl and use your gifts.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Baby's first mind control.
She's older than me.
She goes, "Hi. I was wondering if maybe you could turn around and go back where we came from."
Jesus Christ, Divinity.
And he goes, "What are you talking? I want to turn around and go back the way we came from." Thank you. She goes back and she picks up the phone. She goes, I did it.
Okay. Do me a favor and call Daddy and let him know that you're coming back to St. Louis. And I don't know. See if you can figure out anything. I can't figure out anything yet, but I feel like it's better for you to be here than in Seattle.
I will say that ever since I left the city, I've been having really normal dreams comparatively.
What do you mean?
Like there were some wild dreams while I was staying at the church.
Like what?
Like I saw a church and like a symbol for like a sword of I think it was a sword of Cain, and then I saw like these rats chewing on a body underneath
Divinity, did you see a bunch of corpses in a church and the Sword of Cain, and then a Brother Steel dressed up like Daddy?
Yeah. I thought it was weird, but I didn't. I thought it was just me. Drank somebody's weird. You know?
You don't have premonition, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that dream. We don't share dreams. You don't have premonition. Okay, when you get back, don't. Oh God, I don't know which is better. I think you should go to our church.
Okay. I really didn't want. I'll tell you, I didn't want to leave really, anyway. So
call Daddy and ask him if he told you to leave or not. You figure some stuff out on your way back.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
I'm just going to silently continue calling Jubilant's old phone, just like redialing nonstop.
This whole time, I was just like
just
basically standing in your doorway watching you.
Oh yeah, I've made all these phone calls.
So I take it Mathias does remember meeting Dante with the body.
Do you remember meeting my sister Divinity Aleister? I mean, she stayed here a couple nights. Well, no, she remembers it too. Okay, so that part is definitely.
I believe I met her the first day. She was with you at the crime scene, right? I don't know if I met her here at the coterie, though.
One second. I'm going to call John.
Making my life hard.
Well, while she's doing that, Aleister's going to check his phone for the text message that he thought he received from Dante. Is it still there?
None of you have that text message.
Oh boy.
Calling John.
What the hell?
Choked on my water.
Tony Rizzo's pizzeria. What do you want?
John, did I call you earlier tonight?
Yeah, I think you're being weird about it.
Okay. Did you have me go investigate a murder?
No, but I did have you when you came to see me. I did tell you that a murder did happen. I wasn't going to put you in charge of that.
No, you told me to go there and to let you know what happened.
No, the first time I told you to let me know what happened was when you came back here afterwards, having killed somebody on my front step.
See, in my memory, John, you told me to get out of the city. And then I started talking to Jessica. You didn't send me to do anything for you?
What happens when you stream during dinner time?
Did you send me down an elevator to an alligator?
Send you guys anywhere.
Do you have an alligator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You have an alligator. Okay. It bit Carter's leg off. You called me an idiot to my face.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so you did send me down an elevator to an alligator. Okay.
I sent down the elevator. I didn't tell you to get out.
You sent me to an alligator.
Whatever.
So a Malkavian walks into your office and you tell her what? Because my memory
I
is
said, "Welcome to my territory." John, JD said very highly of you. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yeah, that's not what me or Divinity remember.
I don't know what to tell you.
You sent us to the border to find out about a murder, and then I told you.
I told you about a murder that happened because I wanted you to be aware and be safe.
Do I currently have any responsibilities towards you as a person in your territory that you have contracted
I
to
mean,
do anything for you?
got involved with this investigation, so I told you to let me know what happened, so that, I mean, you're already involved, so now you might as well let me know so that I'm kept up to date. I don't like not being in the loop, you know.
Did you tell Mathias he had to get a coterie haven?
Yeah,
Okay.
to work in my space, you have to have a place.
Okay. Do you know any vampires in the territory that could alter memories?
Where do I start?
Okay. Somebody has altered my memory. And Mr. Aleister Crowley, the doctor.
Okay,
At the very least.
that's definitely weird.
Mm-hmm. So much so that they made me believe that my daddy kicked me out of my family and my church. And that you were going to kick me out of the territory.
That's fucked. I don't know what you want me to say to that.
Can JD still do anything like that? I know that he is a Setite.
I mean, they're slippery, but I mean, I don't think that's the kind of thing they can do.
Who would do that? Who would do that?
I mean, your
John?
clan can definitely do that. I mean, there's another clan, but they don't exist anymore. So,
And what's that?
the Ravnos. Well, yeah, that ain't a thing anymore. The big their big daddy kind of like got like nuked off the planet, so it's like they ain't a thing anymore.
Thank you very much, John. I look forward to talking to you in the future.
Sure, no problem. And if there's anything I can do to help with the church, let me know.
You're much nicer this way.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm a nice guy.
It's not the impression I had. Sorry.
Well, when
Have a wonderful
when
night.
you take a shit on my front lawn, that's generally you don't
That was
generally
an
catch me in my
accident.
best mood.
It was an accident. It was an oopsie. We took care of it. Okay. Have a wonderful night, John.
Yeah, he hangs up.
Yep. Aleister?
Yeah. Something's fucked.
So Aleister has more occult knowledge than me.
Mhm.
So, Aleister, do you know much about Clan Ravnos?
Do I?
You would know that there was an event that happened known as the Week of Nightmares, where Ravnos himself woke up and started changing reality. But
And Ravnos was a vampire, a god.
oh yeah, he was an antediluvian, which is
So-
like the head of the clan,
Yeah.
Okay,
So he's
alright.
like the originator of the clan.
Oh, okay,
What?
so like an extremely old and powerful vampire. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's third generation, I think, right?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Third generation
Okay,
vampires.
yeah, that's way up there.
So they're
Damn.
the grandchildren of Cain.
Right, yeah, that's holy crap.
They're
Okay.
also the betrayers of the second generation.
Yes.
Ah. Okay. I
Which is why they were
explained
all cursed by Cain. That's why all the vampires have their banes and
Yeah.
everything. Is because they betrayed the second generation, and Cain got so mad he cursed all the third generation. you would know that, like I said, the Week of Nightmares, he woke up, he was killed by a combination of mages and vampires of all walks came together, and basically the mages threw a fucking reality bomb at him. And after that happened was the start of the Week of Nightmares, where all of Clan Rovnos just started eating each other.
Fun.
And nobody has heard from them since. There might be a few still around, but they're nothing like they used to be.
Yeah, Aleister will kind of explain.
Nothing powerful is left.
as you know, so he'll explain all that. So,
okay,
John probably is correct when he said they're probably not involved with all of this.
Probably.
It doesn't seem like reality itself is necessarily being altered, but perhaps our own perceptions of reality. And
I mean, but it's
unfortunately that is something that our people can do, but to affect all of us, multiples of us in various parts of the city at the same time, that seems like a very big task. So not just anyone can do that. I dare say they'd have to be stronger than all of us put together, including Mathias, who seems, well, a little stronger than he lets on.
I don't know. Can't outrun an alligator.
I mean, he did.
He did, and he tripped and he fell. He took Karter down with him. That's how Karter lost his leg. I remember that night very well.
So does Karter.
That's the only night I didn't roll like dog shit.
Definitely need to ask Mathias what he remembers about these events, and Mr. Karter too. Because if it's happened to you and had happened to me, if somebody's messing with Uilleam's perceptions as well.
What do you mean someone's messing with Uilleam's perceptions?
Well, it's not necessarily my place to say, but he did. Well, no, he did bring it up. I believe he said he saw.
I wasn't there.
His dead sister.
He didn't tell Jubilant.
Was
he saw his dead sister.
Last session, he didn't bring that up.
He didn't tell Jubilant.
Oh.
He told you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily my place to say, but he's basically seeing people who are long gone. So there's somebody's messing with his head. And it's got to be connected to all of us somehow. But how, I don't know yet. There's somebody, because this is the sort of thing that I doubt works long range because it's affecting all of us. So, we must have been hit with something at some point.
And one
at the same time.
To also, at this point, this all starts to trigger a memory of the vision you had.
Me.
And that one part where you heard somebody say, "I'm the one having fun."
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that one.
No.
I have a baddie question. I haven't seen them before. Never mind. I don't think it works. I mean, I heard. Let me read that. Let me read that.
Sure. I think it's just harder if you have no connection to them.
Yeah. I mean, they talked to me. When used on a stranger, this power requires line of sight. I've talked to them.
Yeah, you have to have line of sight. You didn't have line of sight. And
I know I definitely don't have. Yeah, I was hoping maybe because we had a little brain talk, maybe I could justify it. But that's fair.
He's been having this person.
That's fair.
If this person is as powerful as you say is, he's been having brain talks with a lot of people.
Jubilant's gonna say that to Aleister rather than repeat that. That is the conversation I just had with Aleister. I was having brain talks with some person. I don't know if it's a guy.
I suppose thoughts don't necessarily lend themselves to knowing whether the
Nah, but
Please.
here's the thing: is he's giving me
Man.
glimpses of the future, but they're not really the future, and that's like a big problem because my whole thing is like, I mean, it's not my whole thing, but I'm pretty good at it. Do you want to see? I'm gonna touch
what?
Aleister's hand,
Oh,
What?
okay.
and I'm gonna try and force a premonition.
Oh shit!
You want to see? I'm going to tell you.
Like, see what?
It doesn't hurt. She's just grabbing you by the wrist.
It's just really
gently.
fucking
Just
weird.
scouting with your eyes. See what? What?
She grabs onto her eyes, roll back into the back of her head.
So that is do you want me to roll that? That's resolving aspects. Okay,
Because if you get a
so
crit, you get more, right?
I don't remember. Hold on. Flashes of insight. These may take the form of raised shackles.
And you have to
inspiration.
spend you have to roll rouse, right? For that.
It says free or one rouse check.
Yeah, because you're forcing it.
Okay. Oh, please rouse check. Please rouse check. Don't poke me in the butt. Of course you poked me in the butt. Of course you fucking did. And then resolve. Wait, resolve in what? Did I say aspects? Resolve in aspects. So
yeah,
that
so
is
resolve and then plus your adds extra dice.
+3 because I have 3, right?
Yeah, and difficulty is going to be 3. That's standard.
God damn it! I bite him. I just fucking bite him.
No.
I don't know.
She digs her nails into you, trying really fucking hard, and it starts to make you bleed because she's got those long fucking manicured nails on.
What the? He's gonna like try and like remove her hand.
And you do.
It's not working. She's just gonna start crying
Obviously, it would have been.
But you do
I
get a
can
vision.
see
You
things.
do get a vision.
You just didn't share it with me, right?
No.
I'm going to tell
Go
you
on.
right now what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
The vision you get is Aleister, right before he left Chicago, cleaning a knife as a ritualistically murdered victim is left on the table as he gets into his car and drives out of town.
By the way, point of order, premonition doesn't have a difficulty. It's just you decide what she sees based off a roll.
Was it premonition or was it?
It was permanent. I was using premonition.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is no difficulty. It's just
Gotcha.
however
Gotcha.
she rolls.
So yeah, you okay. Since there is no difficulty, I'm going to say you have 2 successes.
Okay.
Or rather, I'm going to negate them because a crit and a crit fail.
Okay.
They negate each other. 1 success.
Success. Okay.
So instead of
Thank
that,
you, Avery.
thank you also, Avery. Instead of that, what you get is you see a flash of that, and that fades away to the real memory behind it. Or the
Okay.
real event behind it is he cleaning off the scalpel as he's finishing up an autopsy on a body, gets into the car, and leaves town.
Are you a mortician?
No.
Are
You
you
do
one?
deal with bodies. I know you said so.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm a blood doctor. I study blood.
Did you cut someone up before you left Chicago?
You did. You were investigating a rare blood disease.
I don't think you told me that you came from Chicago either.
Yeah, you didn't.
I've mentioned I was from Chicago before.
Maybe.
me?
Okay.
Yeah,
To
I just
to
Okay.
Jubilant?
Oh,
if
did you?
not before, but I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that was to Uilleam.
Yeah.
Shit, you weren't there for that.
So I say
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned I'm from Chicago to the coterie.
No. It was just because that was the first time you opened up. Was to
Oh.
and it
Uilleam.
was to Uilleam.
Yeah, shit.
So
Okay.
I've just told you that you're from Chicago, and I've asked you if you if you were cutting up a body before you left.
Yes. I am from Chicago. That's where my practice is. That's where I've come from. And yeah, I was studying someone who had died of a rare blood disease. I'm a hematologist. I study blood. That's what I do.
Someone.
Quite apropos, don't you think? I've always been interested in it, but yeah, I was studying a rare
I don't
blood
know the
disease.
meaning of the word. Sorry.
The Jubilant doesn't know the meaning. That's why he said a blood doctor. He gets it a lot. So I study blood, and yeah, there was a rare blood disease in a patient who had passed, and I was working with a body. Now, did I see the flashes too that she
No.
saw? Okay.
You just saw her eyes roll back into her head. She dug her nails into you,
Yeah.
and then she told you what happened.
You just close those.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Someone
don't
tried
expect
to
it.
make me see that differently. Someone who talked to me at Asylum showed me, well, at Asylum, they showed me you were taking a bath in somebody's blood. And then tonight, just now, they tried
It
to
sounds like
show
a massive waste of any kind of blood.
I know, right? And then they tried to show
What am I gonna do? Let me just write a note here really quick.
killing somebody in Elizabeth Bathory now.
Not himself.
It's an experiment.
They tried to make that thing, you in Chicago, with the body and the scalpel. They tried to make that look like a knife and like you'd done like the murder here.
But in Chicago.
But I guess I broke through it. And I saw the real memory.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, I did do that. That was the last thing I had finished up.
Who could do that?
Took my vacation to come down here.
Who could do that? Who could do that to me?
Manipulate a premonition from a Malkavian?
Yeah.
I mean, through my knowledge of occult, do I know what type of powers could do something like that?
There are a few beings that can do that. There could be mages. There are mages that can control dreams. And
like directly influence a Malkavian's premonition in real time?
They can control all forms of reality, mages.
Okay.
Changelings could do that, or rather, the Archfey could do that.
Fae, nasty little buggers.
And also, really, really old Malkavians could do that on this scale.
So,
but and of course, also the Ravnos. But again,
right. But again, chances are it's not them. Really, really old Malkavians could do that, especially perhaps if you already have a mental connection with them, right?
Most of the Malkavians I know are my family. They're not that old.
You said you talked to your daddy earlier, right? And he said you didn't talk to him. If you don't mind my asking, is he also Malkavian?
Of course.
Is he very old?
I wouldn't say he's very old. Way Daddy tells it, he got turned during the Civil War in Tennessee.
I'm not accusing him, but someone of his ability, and he has a very literal connection to you. he could do something like that.
It's possible he could do it to her, but not to everyone.
Right. Yeah. That's where I was going next. It's possible someone of his power could do that, but probably could not affect the rest of us unless he were here.
And
where did he say he was
with that
again?
thought, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, that's a great idea. He didn't tell me.
Yeah.
He just said, not Seattle.
Yeah, not Seattle, yeah.
Get up, walk around, do your thing, be back. We're taking a 10-minute break. See you then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, going right back into that conversation, was there anything more you two wanted to talk to about each other about?
I mean, after asking where, if she knew where, Crockett Deatherage was, her daddy, and then she would say no, and then I guess that'd be about the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything more to that, or?
I don't think so right now. I don't think she's.
All right, so
Yeah.
Aleister, I imagine you go back to your room. And is there anything you want to do when you get back there?
Not really.
Okay.
Just hanging out.
Then we will swap over to Mathias and Karter.
I'm just sitting in the back of the town car waiting to get to the house.
Stanley with you.
Probably because we wouldn't have time to drop him off.
Yeah. He's strangely silent and just he doesn't have his phone anymore, so he doesn't have his fidget thing, so he looks a little lost, like what to do with his hands and
We gave him his phone back.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, so then he's on his phone.
Yeah. So when we pull up, it's a large gated sort of estate.
Describe it for everyone.
Story. Yep. So,
what does the estate look like itself?
Well manicured lawn, like a hedgerow sort of privacy with like the big wrought iron gate with no insignia whatsoever. It's very like nondescript. So everything on the outside is built to be like one of those you're like, oh, somebody rich is there, but you don't know who. It's one of those sort of like, somebody there has money, but it's nondescript. Once you get inside, well manicured lawns, there's some statuary of gargoyles and angels around a fountain. Not that opulent. It is a 2-story white and black sort of estate house with sort of downplayed aesthetics. It's well mannered and it's high end, but everything is made to look like you don't really remember it. It's just sort of, you look at it and you're like, that's nice, but then you don't really catch a lot of the details.
And this estate is out by St. Peter's, up on the top of the map.
Mm-hmm. So once we pull up, it's got the little drive up, little, what do they call that? The little throughway to the main door.
Yeah, pull around driveway.
Mm-hmm. Pull up there and I'll get out and I'll look at Stanley and go, Stanley, I've received some information this evening that I wish you to look into as I explore a different avenue. So I will take you to the parlor where you will have access to certain electronics.
And he's just like,
Do
Not saying
what you're
anything.
good at doing, and then we'll
doesn't
convene
speak.
later. I figured. Walk in and go, Carter, care to join me? We need to discuss things.
Yep, Carter will get out and follow him.
Walking in, and when you walk into the house, it's very minimalist and very I don't want to say neoclassical, but it's very modern and minimalist with pieces of like high-end art. You got like Van Goghs and you got some other pieces. One of the rooms has a full Steinway piano. Like it's done, but everything is done in a very minimalist aesthetic.
it doesn't
Art.
really look like somebody's lived in here though. It looks
Mhm.
also looks very sanitized.
Mm-hmm.
Carter will look around as he's following. Probably nicest building I've ever been in.
Just wait. There's plenty of other things on the horizon if we get through this situation. I'll call Hector. Are you in?
He probably would have met you.
Okay, fair enough. Hector, we need to discuss. Can we go to the den, please?
Of course. And he'll lead the way. He'll open the doors and there's a butler inside waiting with a tray.
Frederick. Frederick, good to see you, sir.
As always, sir.
Can you arrange some drinks for Karter and myself?
Of course. The usual for you?
Yes, non-human, if we have it for Karter, please.
Of course.
Thank you. I'll take a seat behind my desk. Karter, please sit.
He'll sit wherever he pointed him.
Yep.
Nice.
Sit.
Big leatherback chair. So, Hector.
Hector sits in the other chair. That's not the nice one. The one that's for the second guest.
Yeah.
You know how every time you have the main chair, you have the guest, and then the
Yep.
guest's guest. That's the one he sits in.
Hector, I need to speak to you because I have received some disturbing information this evening.
What kind of information?
It was as you know, we had a meeting with individuals. One of them is here with us this evening. At the conclusion of the meeting, I was meeting with one of our associates here, Karter, and I received a phone call from multiple contacts: Pittsburgh, New York, Seattle. They all said the operation is burned. But yet those operational contacts go through you. I need to confirm this.
And you don't know what you're talking about.
You do not know that our warehouses in Pittsburgh, New York, and Seattle were burnt. Attacked.
Word, that's news to me.
While they're speaking, Carter's gonna pull out his phone and check to see if that text from Dante is still there, or the log history from when he called Dante. It's not there. Mathias, you might want to check your phone. Jubilant said Dante never texted us. I think the same thing happened.
Good idea. But I will in one moment. Hector, you say you do not have knowledge of this, correct?
Oh.
Okay. Well, it appears we are in a situation of.
I did get a weird call from you earlier, though.
What do you mean?
He told me to Tell me to burn the warehouse on the north side.
No, I
That's been
did not.
exposed.
No, I mean we have a potential leak, but I would not have burned the warehouse. We could have used it as a bait.
I already did it.
When did I call you?
About an hour ago.
No, I was on the phone with our contacts.
Like I swear, and he pulls open his phone and he scrolls through. He's like, "What the fuck?"
So you were affected as well.
And I don't know what's going on. I literally just was looking through my messages to make sure that I had done the right thing.
I believe you, and there's no worry. This is why I've came here this evening to confirm with you the situation as it is. I do not know the specifics of what is happening, but it appears that perceptions and individuals' memories of recent events are not as they seem. Jubilant texted me earlier that things were not as they seem as well, so when I received the calls from our contacts who are connected under your purview of management, I needed to speak with you. Now, if the warehouse on the north side is burned because you assumed it was me, then that is, you did as I would have requested, but it's not me who contacted you, so no. This poses an interesting leak in the problem. Here's what we're gonna do. You reach out to the network, find out if anybody sent those actual calls, find out, make sure connections are where they are, locate Divinity's plane as well, and if it is in Seattle, divert George, tell them to turn around if they are not already. I do not want Divinity out in a situation if Seattle's up. It
I
will
mean,
not.
I got a call that they were heading back. I thought you had told them to.
I mean, I would have with the current situation, but I did not. Either way, Divinity is on her way back where we can secure her, and then the things I have said to Jubilant will be true, so that will be secured. So reach out to our contacts on the network, find out if anybody is in fact burned. Once you've done that, report to me, and then arrange for transport when Divinity arrives to bring her to us where we can keep an eye on her and bring her to her system.
Okay. Sure.
If any other communications come through and you're unsure if they are me or not, seek me in person or
is there some kind of like code word we could use? Because going to you every time I get a message is gonna be pain in the ass, to say the least.
Also, being in person isn't even a guarantee because we didn't see Dante tonight, but we did see him.
That's good. And then I want to use a code word in case whatever is doing this. So use the. I don't know if you remember, but when New York went down, we used the numerical sequence, the Fibonacci. We used to communicate. Use that as a cipher. We'll do that. And if it does not come back with the message and the next link in the chain, you'll know it's not from me. All right. I think that is good for now. Also, the gentleman who I put in the parlor, he is a preeminent hacker.
That guy looks like a trucker.
Yeah, he has skills that we've recently acquired. Make sure that he stays on task, and if he goes off book, do what you need to do.
Actually, if I think about it, he looks more like a forklift driver.
That's what he wants you to think. False perceptions and all. The man was responsible for delivering how can I put this lightly? The FBI into our world. Not our world, but the world in general.
You sure you want to keep this guy around, boss?
The fact that he could penetrate networks that we didn't even know existed? Yes, I do. Think of what he could do for us, what we could leverage with his information. Yes, it's a risk, I know. I've weighed the measures.
Okay.
I trust your judgment. If you feel he's being dishonest or not doing what is required, I'm sure you will retire him appropriately.
Of course.
Okay, I think we have enough time to get back to the Coterie Haven and have a meeting with everybody there. But as I said, Hector, I appreciate your honesty and your service as always. Karter, any thoughts, anything you can think of that Hector should be aware of before we take a leave?
Carter?
No, not that I. Yeah, I was actually thinking. In real life, I was like actually thinking. Not that I can think of. You already covered all the bases I was looking at.
Very well. I guess we'll take our drinks to go.
I will have it brought out to the car.
Thank you again, Hector. I appreciate it. Like I said, be on guard. Things are more dangerous than they have been in a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Send word to Malik and Rose. We may need to mobilize them against a threat we have yet to identify.
They're not gonna like that. They got their fucking things in St. Louis, not in Seattle and Pittsburgh right now. You know.
Yes, but with the current situation, Malik and Rose may prove more valuable than we think. But it's contingency.
Okay.
Tell them if they need be, I'll double their pay and extend favors.
Will do.
Good man. Carter, let us be off.
And you make your way out to the car, and as you get to the car, the butler is holding a silver tray with 2 blood bags on it.
Thank you, Frederick. Your service in these long years.
And when you go to grab one, he goes, "Sir, that's the other one."
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Your service is always a pleasure, Frederick. You've been with me so long.
Always.
Carter will grab the other blood bag and just nod his head at the guy and say, "Thank you."
And he gives a slight nod, bow.
Get in the
Good
car.
evening. Omar, make haste to the haven. Time draws short.
Yeah, and you make your way back to the haven, and it's about a half hour later.
Does the blood bag actually drop down our hunger?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna say, since you're used to feeding from animals, a full blood bag of animal blood, it will drop it by 1.
Okay. I was at 2, so that's fine. Cool.
I will just walk right into the house, just like
Sure.
not storming, but just like walk in with like some serious authority.
The door just swings open. Because I don't think anyone actually locked the door.
No.
Well, Jubilant was the last one in, so
Yeah.
I lock it.
she just slammed
Anyone
it.
dumb enough to
Aleister
break
didn't
into
go
this
and check
house
it.
is gonna have a problem.
Yeah. And Jubilant's at a hunger 3. Anyone breaks into this
Make
house.
my day is what
yeah.
Jubilant said.
She is having a bad fucking day. She will drain them dry just
To be
to
fair,
not
she's
feel
been
the
having a
beast.
bad fucking week.
Yeah.
We've
I
all
would
been
say-
having-
I would say at this point, Jubilant is in the kitchen, pulled, if they have a refrigerator open, pulled the refrigerator open and been like, is there any fucking blood in here?
There's There would be at least a couple of bags in there stocked up because
She gonna be.
I'm not running Uber Eats anymore. We'd have stocked some blood bags.
yeah.
You got to take 2 blood bags and drink them. What?
Sure.
What can I get
And
down?
it'll
to
drop
with
you
that?
by 1.
Okay, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta. I
Looking
have
at the fridge, Aleister would be like, "Wow, I probably should have put mine in there too." Oh well, the skunky blood kind of. Sometimes it's an interesting change.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah,
You drink skunky blood.
yeah. I mean, just because it's been sitting out for a few days,
You're like,
You all, you know, oh,
fucking
Jubilant,
savages.
she's Malkavian, she's fucking crazy. Karter only eats animals, which fine, whatever. Uilleam's
Well-
fucking Uilleam, and you drink gross, rancid blood.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's not my ideal. For, I don't know. Look,
Carter and I are
What
just
would
going to
you
be
rather
standing
do?
in the kitchen waiting
Drink
for them
some
to get
skunk?
around.
what would
Where
you
are
rather
you
do?
gonna
Drink some
notice them
skunky blood
walk in?
or tear somebody apart because you're so hungry and you can't get some good blood?
Fuck you.
And this is about that moment where you have that awkward silence that you then turn your head and you notice Mathias is
I don't know. Just to be clear, just to do a little housekeeping there. That Jubilant took that. I don't know if that's the way you meant it, as a reference to the church and when she tore that body
You tore
apart.
somebody
You
apart.
absolutely was.
I know where he was going with that. Just a little
Okay. That's why she was like, fuck
Yeah.
you. Insulting me to my fucking
Yeah,
face.
you see
again.
Mathias and Carter standing
Didn't
there
insult
as you get the
anybody.
awkward moment.
Mr. Delasangre, I have been awaiting your return. As you probably have heard from Miss Jubilant, some interesting things have come to light tonight.
Indeed, they have.
And we wish to also hear your collaboration and experience of what happened tonight and perhaps the last few nights, because some of what we have all personally experienced seems to differ from others.
So I received a text message from Jubilant that said you went to the Camarilla and noticed that the victim this evening was alive and well.
Yes, and then her body was not in my trunk, where we put it. I had taken a picture of the crime scene, as you perhaps may recall, when we. Yeah.
It's not we. I did not put that body in his trunk. That's him and Uilleam. Sorry.
Yes, Mr. Uilleam did.
He's
Jubilant
obviously
kind of
right
like stood there and argued with me about the Camarilla.
Rightfully
Anyway.
so.
Well, where would you go to find the workings of a Camarilla agent? You would go right to the source and ask the Camarilla.
No, I would reach out to my contacts and then have them eliminated if they posed a threat.
Pretty
No,
sure
I
neither
mean,
Jubilant
that
nor I
Camarilla
would
agent-
ever go to the Camarilla.
Not on my fucking life. Oh, also,
You guys and your closed-mindedness.
it's not.
I'm not saying the Camarilla are great, but every once in a while, to keep the peace, you kind of have to just go along with things just to keep your own agenda, as Mr. Delasangre probably has experienced his own self.
I don't
Carter, sorry.
need the Camarilla to keep the peace. I keep my own
Well, not
peace.
anymore. I'm just saying that sometimes, in order to get what you want, you make others think that you're giving them what they want.
Not a camera. Never.
I'm gonna
Said my name, Jubilant.
What?
go ahead.
Said my
Carter.
name.
Just so you know, I told Aleister about your clan situation to try and make him not involve the Camarilla.
Aleister and Uilleam.
Oh, Uilleam was there too.
But I did not spend very much time at the Camarilla. As soon as I saw that our dead body was not a dead body in that regard, I immediately left. I didn't even talk to anybody.
Carter's gonna he's gonna look at Jubilant, and he's gonna look at Aleister, and he's gonna look back to Jubilant,
Listen.
and then back to Aleister. He's gonna do a 180.
Carter.
And ram his head into the wall.
Carter. Listen.
And just bam into the wall, and then turn around. Okay.
Carter.
Fair enough.
Carter.
I don't care what your clan is. You didn't mention this when we went to my haven in Camarilla territory earlier.
Why would he? Why would he? That's
because
so dangerous.
He didn't want to go there?
Of course he didn't. My point is, Carter, it's not like I was just like, oh, Carter's K-Diff. I was like, hey, don't go to the Camarilla. Really, don't go to the Camarilla. And then I asked Uilleam what he thought. And he was like, fuck you. You're so selfish. All you care about yourself. And the only thing that I was thinking about at the time was about how there'd be a blood hunt. And so I was like, fuck you. I'm selfish. Okay, that sounds selfish now. But mostly... I didn't want the Camarilla to even get a whiff of you. Maybe I don't do things in the clearest, best way all the time. I'm a singer. My gift was music. This is not what I was supposed to be doing.
Okay. One, don't ever tell anyone else that. I don't care the situation.
Was it?
I told you at the time not to tell anyone. Ever. But I understand the reason you did, which is why I haven't put a bullet in your head. And Aleister, you've been honest with us so far, so it's okay.
Tonight he's been honest.
I have no reason to let them know of your clan.
Been honest so far tonight.
Thank you.
Well, considering this whatever is going on seems to be affecting all of us, it's not all just about me or even any one of us individually anymore.
Aleister, you made an interesting comment a few minutes ago before Jubilant and Karter had their exchange. You said such things of that people want to give people the illusion of giving them what they want. Can you elaborate your thoughts on that?
Well, as I had told Miss Jubilant, part of the reason I am down here, well, part of when I came here, I received permission from the Camarilla to work in their territory. And part of their concession for me to be in their territory was they wanted me to provide them with some information. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care two shits about the Camarilla. But I'll pretend to give them some stuff to make them think that they're important. If it allows me to run through the city without having to watch my back to be attacked just for existing.
Hey.
Same thing with the Anarchs. I don't care about the Anarch Barons either. But it makes things so much easier when I present myself to them, saying I'm going to operate here, and then help them out with a little bit of a favor if it gets their prying eyes away from anything that I'm doing.
Dr. Crowley.
Wow. First time you've called me that. Yes.
Yeah. It got your attention. That was the point. Are you sure you talked to the Camarilla?
The first day I came here, I did, yeah.
You sure?
It's a fair point based on what's come to light.
I suppose at this point, perhaps I don't know what I experienced and what I didn't. I had a letter from my sire that I gave to them and I don't believe I have it anywhere. He'll just check his pockets real quick where it happened to be. Do I still have the letter?
You have one,
that I was.
but that's because you never met with John.
Okay. Yeah, he pulls out one letter. Supposed to be for John when I met him to get permission to in his territory, and I never actually met him. So, yes, I either met with someone posing as the Camarilla and gave them my letter of introduction.
Did you ever call them or text them?
A couple of times.
Did you?
I just said I did. Yes, a couple of times.
All of us
is
got a text
looking
from
for
Dante.
you to verify those communications.
Oh, I suppose I can do that. One of the phones I crushed, but I think I still have this one from when I was in contact with our formerly dead body, and he'll take out the burner that she used to contact him and look to see if there's any communication at all on it. Interesting.
Yes.
Carter's gonna pull out his phone, and I'm gonna call Dante real quick.
Sure.
Does he pick up?
And he picks up. He's like, yeah. It's late, isn't it?
Yes. Sorry about that. I just had one question. When we first met, did you accuse me and Aleister Crowley of murder and then ask us to investigate said murder?
I only accused one person, and I didn't even accuse him. I said that he's the only person that is a possible suspect.
Okay,
Wasn't
so
really
that did
accusing
happen.
anyone of anything.
I'm gonna give you an update for this, that someone's fucking with our memory and creating fake events. Everyone in the group claims they saw you earlier tonight and received texts from you that we didn't, and that there was a murder earlier tonight that didn't actually happen. It's gone. Someone's fucking with memories and perceptions. There's an update.
You're gonna get me in trouble with him. I called him, but I didn't tell him anything. I just asked him if we called us. God damn it.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, we're just learning or figuring this out tonight. It seems like a lot's happening. You might want to double check if anything you thought happened actually happened. The first murder did happen. We do know that. The body we still have the body. That did happen.
Okay.
Giving you an update. We're still trying to figure it out.
Tell Jubilant. Kind of disappointed I'm find out at the end of the night.
I'm okay being
But
it's not on speaker. It's not on speaker. Honestly, it's been an overwhelming night. I'm not surprised she forgot.
But I understand. All right. Get sleep. We'll do this.
I'll let you know if we figure anything else out.
Yeah.
And I'll hang up.
So it does appear
Well, at
that
least Aleister and I's first interaction did happen with Dante.
And Mr. Carter, you do recall where we met in that alley where I saw you attempting to feast on a rat there.
Yes.
And I did give you a blood bag.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I had literally just finished my meeting with the Camarilla before I had met you. So I'm pretty sure it happened. But perhaps some of my later meetings with them did not.
Interesting. Aleister, I wanted to rehash something. You did not answer my question earlier. You made subtle insinuations. I wish you to explain those.
I thought I did. That's just what somebody does in order to achieve one's own goals. You assist others, give them what they think they want, and they'll follow you to the ends of the earth.
I feel like Mathias has a bit of a guilty conscience.
That's not what you think I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps some of that. Nobody gets into a position of type of power without doing at least some of that. It's a necessary part of working with some people. I don't have any blame for people who act that way. It happens.
It is interesting you bring such things up because I have been doing some things, making some moves, forging relationships
Aye.
to the benefit of the coterie and those
Sure.
involved with me.
Of course.
I've recently acquired some assets that would be beneficial in the coming months of what we're about to face. Part of my intelligence this evening.
Mr. Delasangre, I don't care what you're doing. You can do whatever you like. And if I'm here to help support, I can do so. That's part of why we're all kind of here now. We're all kind of stuck together. You don't have to explain yourself to me.
Jubilant
Do it
is
if you like.
so irritated and bored and probably fucking tired and a little bit hangry. And she's just going to be like, he's trying to offer you a fucking job, you idiot. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to be like, and by the way, Uilleam's out being a baby because he called me a selfish bitch and I gave him his own shit. And now he has my phone. So this is a different phone. Everyone call my old phone until he comes back. I'm going to go to bed.
Ah. So is this true, Mr. Delasangre? You wish to acquire my services?
I have interest in your knowledge base and your talents. I was going to talk to you, but up until recently, you and I have not had a moment to discuss our situation, and I felt
It's true.
you're very adversarial.
Around. Part of it was the Camarilla attempting to assert their dominance in various ways, and I didn't feel it was necessary to let any of you know that they were part of it. I just wanted to get them out because they don't have anything to do with this. Get them to shut up, as it were. But now perhaps I might not have even done that, which is very odd. But Mr. Delasangre, while I am willing to work with you, I don't believe there is a single thing you could offer me.
If you believe that to be true, then that's fine.
I was waiting for him to say challenge accepted.
However, I can speak to my organization, and depending on your end goals and how, and as you seem to be a man of many connections in the city, depending on how things work, you and my organization may very well work fairly well together.
I have no interest in your organization.
You say that.
I know full well.
No one does anything without their knowledge.
Are you sure about that?
Mm.
You've spent many years putting things in place to make sure that my moves are not too easily discovered or watched.
But that's
Many dealings
mostly
with
what
your
they do.
people.
Watching
Yeah.
is more what they do. It's not. They don't necessarily need to intervene
I know.
unless if there's a threat.
I've dealt with
As
people in the past.
perhaps that is how you work as well.
I work very
I am
different.
but a lowly associate
Right.
to my betters. But I can certainly bring up the idea of an alliance of sorts.
I don't need you to. I don't want you to bring it up to them.
Mutual
you.
to me, yeah. Like I said, there's nothing you could offer me that they haven't been able to provide and more.
If you think so.
Mm. Well, Mr. Delasangre, this may sound like a odd, or perhaps that's what the word am I looking for? Unsanctimonious? No. Blasphemous. This may sound like a blasphemous request, but there is one thing that my organization isn't all that good at doing yet. If you could find me some kindred, perhaps then we might talk about employment. However, like I said, I am willing to work with you as a consultation basis.
I find it interesting. You just spent the entire conversation saying there's nothing I could offer you. And yet, you want me to offer you kindred.
Why would you ever offer me such?
I offer many things.
Yeah.
Most things I give willingly. See, your people move in ways that drew them in situations which put them in the predicament they're currently in, yes? A once great house and clan have been humbled by their hubris.
Yes, it is. Well, some might say that, yeah.
Some might
Perhaps
say
some people's ambitions got the better of them. Changed their minds on where they wanted the ambitions to go. It's fair. It's fair to say that.
so. Again, I tell you, I'm not interested in your organization at all. Your people move in ways I disagree with, which cost them great power.
It did
You,
once.
on the other hand, are an individual of potential. I have interest in you, whether you care to use those skill sets to suit our goals. Fair. Your organization I care not for at all. So I ask you this. Can you at once deal with the situation that we need you to deal with and act in concert with our goals? And at the same time, not kowtow to an organization that views you as lesser and disposable, where I would view you as useful in friendship and facilitate those that you need. As you said, like, there's nothing I could offer you, but on the other hand, you just said, if you could provide me kindred, which I can, you have to decide.
Live kindred? Well, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Interesting.
You have to decide where.
Very good honeyed words. They're very attractive. I can see why you have gotten to where you are.
I've gotten to where I am because I forge relationships, not alliances, not demands, not commandments. I form honest and true relationships that are mutually beneficial, that hold no strings other than a mutual goal, as Karter and Jubilant can attest.
You're attempting quite the utopia, huh?
No, I'm attempting something much greater.
Oh, really?
See, I tire of vampire politics. I tire of games and, for vulgarity's sake, bullshit. Too often, power struggles and are come down to someone pissed on someone else's fence. I don't approve of this. What I am trying to build for those in my association are true freedom to move and do as we need to do to accomplish our goals as we see fit. What I ask in return is that those goals are mutually beneficial.
And discretion.
And discretion. I was getting there. And of course, discretion.
Let's see. And you have things in place to prevent your, well, perhaps not. You're not ready yet, but it, like I said, it's quite a goal. And I do agree with you that the politics between our societies hinder much. Like as you said, it tore apart my clan, as well as tore apart, the Camarilla and even the Anarchs. That's why we all even are separate to begin with, different ideologies, and we all have too much power, and not much of it is understood. That is why I am here. I wish to understand.
I will ask you this one last time. Is there not anything that I could offer you for your words?
Perhaps there is.
Indeed. You have some time to think on it. We have a current crisis we need to address. Perceptions, memories, events of things that have passed are not as they seem. There are things in motion, powers that be that are far superior to me, you, I would assume, Jubilant,
And
Uilleam.
cutting you off right at that exact moment, the door opens up and Uilleam comes stomping in.
Speaking of the devil.
He walks right past all of you, goes up to Jubilant's door, sticks the cell phone underneath the door, sticks a pamphlet underneath the door, and goes to his room.
Okay, Jubilant's gonna pick up her phone. What is the pamphlet?
Yeah, it's your Church of Cain pamphlet that you gave William. That very
you
first
returned
time.
it? Like you returned it?
I gave you it back.
She's gonna jerk her door open.
No, but if you open it, you haven't opened it up.
Okay, so
The pamphlet.
Open the pamphlet.
On the inside is a signature. One very familiar to you. Starts with a J. And from behind you, you hear, "Oh, that is so sweet."
Shut up! Is there anything different about her phone?
You open your phone and there are a bunch of like short videos and pictures of Uilleam like just his bottom of his nose.
Like one of his ear. A video, I'm just like, what the fuck?
And then you see a picture of him in a bar with his arm around Jessica Simpson.
She's gonna start.
A picture of her signing the pamphlet.
You get that authenticity, you know?
You are my chicken of the sea, Love J.
I love JS.
She's gonna start screaming bloody murder. So like the rest of the house knows. And she's gonna open the door. Is Uilleam still in the hallway, or is he like?
As you open the door, he's closing the door to his room.
I'm gonna go open his door.
Is it locked?
Oh yeah, like. But he'll open it and appear around.
Is this mean or is this nice?
And then
Is this nice or is this mean?
I don't know.
Are you trying to hurt my feelings because you met Jessica Simpson? Or are you trying to say that you're sorry and so you got me her signature?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm sorry per se, but like, she seems like a kind of big deal to you, and she was there. I thought it would be more mean not to do anything. Phone's very hard to work.
I'm gonna hand him the track phone that I bought. I'm gonna call it from my phone that I have back.
Yeah, this phone doesn't have a lock screen.
You see the green bit? Do you see the green bit?
Yeah.
Put your finger on it and slide it up.
Okay.
Put it
It
to
opens.
your face. I'm calling it. Put it
Yeah.
to your face.
Backwards.
No. The part that had the green on it. Put it up to your face.
Oh.
I mean, you took a bunch of pictures. You got somewhere. Come on. The glass part.
Okay.
The part that feels like glass. Put that up to your face.
Yeah. You.
He's like,
She's gonna take her phone. Oh, I have my phone. And she's gonna be like, Can you do that? Can you hear me coming through that box?
It's just screaming at me.
You've answered the phone. If you talk through it, I will hear you. Well, yeah. Okay. So now you take the phone and you see the little red bit. Press that.
Okay.
Okay, that's over. That's a phone call. Now go in that phone to the one that says Jubilant. I'm going to show him like the contacts and then the thing that says Jubilant. See there? Says my name. Do you see it?
Wait, can I read?
yes.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
read. Baby's first
I've
self.
had centuries to learn.
I've never had to learn. I just needed a
You
fight.
read
Okay.
the exhibit name. It had your family
Yeah.
name on it.
You see where it says my name?
Yeah. Okay.
Touch it. No. Touch my name. Touch the little telephone thing.
Oh.
This one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does it say calling Jubilant?
Yes.
She's gonna take her phone and she's gonna answer. Hello, Uilleam.
Ah.
Fucking magic.
What is this
Now-
sorcery? Are you a
now-
witch?
We can keep in touch with each other. She's going to, at the possibility of a really bad thing for her, she's gonna put her hand on his hand and she's gonna try and premonition him.
Okay.
Oh, you're in for a world of hurt.
All right.
So resolve and
You're trying to force it, so
aspect.
you had to roll it.
Yeah. Resolve. Where did
I
resolve
don't know.
go?
You're trying to force it, which I mean, you had to roll for rouse.
Rouse check.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Please rouse check. Please don't fuck me over.
Remember, you already fed down one.
Yep. Now I'm back
Okay,
to
good.
3.
Hey, it still triggers.
It
Mhm.
does. And I get 3 extra dice, right? Because it's the
right.
aspects level,
Resolve
right?
plus
Yeah.
aspects. Yes.
And no difficulty level. Is that what we
Yeah,
determined?
Yes.
0. Okay. I succeeded.
Okay. That's all that matters. Anything more is just extra detail.
Yeah.
So, Uilleam, why don't you give her an ancient memory?
Ancient memory. God.
From your point of view.
Yeah.
Because she's seeing it through your eyes.
Sorry, I had to address something.
It
Did I miss something I needed?
No.
Okay,
No, baby's first cell phone.
fair enough.
You'll probably see from Uilleam's point of view. I think a good one would be in what looks like a very muddy, rain slicked field, and just screaming, clattering in metal, and Uilleam running into the midst of just hell, and just slicing down anyone in his vicinity.
And then I will also have it flash from that to being back in his village and his little sister coming running up to meet him and hugging him. And that's where that vision will end.
Jubilant's gonna hug him again.
Same reaction.
Quicker this time, not quite as long before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only 2 seconds before he vomits.
And then she's gonna run to her room and she's gonna get the thing that I messaged to you, Dread. And she's gonna hand it to Uilleam and she's gonna say, I'm done with everything today. Can you give that to Karter, please? Good night. And then she's gonna go back to her room. She's gonna shut the door and she's gonna lay down and she's gonna hug her little pamphlet and she's gonna cry until she falls asleep.
And Jessica Simpson is hugging you from behind. You're this little spoon.
Accurate.
I guess Uilleam will walk down the stairs. I guess the 3 years are still in like the kitchen area, but Uilleam will walk in, go straight to the fridge, take out a bottle of the beer. He'll look at Mathias in the eyes, and he'll like swig, spit it out, and then just smash the bottle. Turn to Aleister and just like flip him off, and then walk to Karter and go, Jubilant asked me to give you this, and hand whatever it was.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
It is a
What is it?
letter. And I'll let Jubilant describe what it is.
It is.
I'll wait to read it later.
Okay.
Okay.
When
but
I'm alone, and then you can say it.
Do you want to know what's on the outside?
You can just say it. Yeah.
It's a card, and it has a drawing of dog on it. On the outside. And hold
Don't
on,
you
what
mean
did I
Luna?
say? Yeah. I took the correction. Everyone else takes the correction. Yeah, it just has a drawing of dog on the
But I thought all you
outside.
guys renamed the dog Luna. Because
He
you can't
said-
just call a dog.
Did I do that? Is that
Yeah.
canon?
That was
that-
it was me. It was my mistake at the beginning. And
yeah,
then we
and we
corrected
thought,
it
and
later.
you were like, no, the dog's name is just dog, and I was like,
No, what I'm saying is
oh.
at one point you were like, you can't just name a dog. You got to give it
Yeah,
a
you
name.
did
Oh,
say that,
yeah.
Jubilant.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
Jubilant and the other
Uilleam.
sister's name, who was
Divinity.
Divinity.
Divinity. We're gonna name the dog. but never did.
Yeah, it's got a picture of it's got a drawn
Because
picture
it's
of
actually
Carter's
his name.
dog on it.
Its
Yeah.
name is Dog. Yeah, he'll keep it closed. He'll open it later.
There is still
Go to
barking
sleep.
coming from the basement. Oh, because Aleister is right above
No.
him.
Wait, but he sent
Yeah, the dog. I let the dog out before we
yeah,
left.
he sent
Yeah, I haven't
because
seen that in
Yeah.
a couple of days.
no, it's
I
just
left
been
the
one
dog
night.
out because Jubilant was
feels like
bleeding
it's
from
been
her
forever.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
let
let
her
the dog out because Jubilant was bleeding from her hands and was
Right.
he was
might
afraid
attack
I
the
was
dog.
gonna eat her.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
I think we should end for the evening. It's about
Yeah, you
to be
guys are starting to
daytime.
feel the heat of the sun starting to come up.
Agreed. We have much to discuss the next evening and much plans to make.
Indeed. It is a little inconvenient that we have to stop like this, but just gives whomever yet another chance to mess with our perception. So perhaps we need some way to clarify with each other what is real and what is not.
Gives us another opportunity to find out who's turning the wheels as well.
All right. So you guys go to your rooms for the night?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then I'll
As you
open
get
the
into
card.
your
What's
room,
in
I'm
the
assuming
card?
you open the letter, Avery?
Yeah. What's in it?
It says,
Oh boy.
I'm sorry I wasn't a capital letters PAW possum friend. I really was trying to keep Aleister from telling anyone about you. I'll never tell anyone again. XOXO Jubilant Deatherage.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Carter does laugh. He does laugh at it about it. Well, okay then. And I guess he'll put the card like in his bag because
And
it was nice.
as we go to sleep for the night, or for the day rather, do you regain your willpower, Jubilant?
I haven't spent any willpower.
Do you wish to dream?
I don't think she does wish to dream because she doesn't. Well, yeah,
wait.
she's gonna dream. She's gonna see if the person, because she doesn't trust them at this point.
I want you all to roll me a single d6.
Even me.
And tell me, no, you're all guaranteed.
Okay.
And tell me the results privately. Or GM roll them to me.
Yeah,
Slash
you gotta do
GM
slash.
space roll and then D10.
Slash GM what?
D10?
Slash GM roll, one word, and then space D10.
Okay.
In the chat. I am missing you.
So it's slash GM space roll slash D10.
Slash GM roll.
Okay, all one word.
One
okay.
word.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, my video is back, Chris.
And then
if you
space
want
and
to
then
switch
D10.
that.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right. So Zem and Uilleam sleep like a baby. Haba,
Of course.
sorry, not
Jubilant.
Haba, but Jubilant, Mathias, and Karter all have different dreams that are going to be dealt with one at a time. Let's start with Karter. Karter, as you go to sleep for the night, there is, you feel like you're back in the war zone. You feel like you're back in Afghanistan and that you're in the shit of it. It feels familiar. It's almost like a memory, but it's all just a little bit off. Something's not right. It feels like it's a recreation of it and not the actual event.
And I realize that it feels
And
like
as soon as you realize that, everything freezes. You're moving around. You can move around, but everything around you is frozen in place.
What the fuck? The weirdest fucking dream I've ever had.
An individual starts walking towards you, dressed like your commander, but with a different face.
Okay.
Karter Hoyt.
Present.
You are very interesting to me. You seem resistant to my powers for the most part, which is not something that I'm used to. But no matter. It's only a matter of time. I do wish to offer you a different way. If you let me have my fun and don't interfere, I can grant you anything you wish.
What is your fun?
You're in the middle of it.
Oh, you're the one that's fucking with everyone. Are you the one that killed that first guy?
Oh, I don't have to kill anybody. You all do that yourselves.
Oh, I haven't killed anyone in years. Let me think about it. He's gonna like pull like the thinker pose with his hand on his chin and just be like,
You hear a slight chuckle. I know when
he's
somebody's
doing
pretending.
sarcasm with his body. Say again? Say again?
So he says, he starts to chuckle. He says, I know sarcasm when I hear it.
I don't know how you're hearing it when I'm doing it with body language, but okay. No, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, well, I had to try. And then he puts you right back into the memory, into the dream. And the dream now feels real.
Do I still know it's a dream?
Nope. Now you feel like you're in
okay. He's just reliving war.
it. Back. Going over to Haba.
Jubilant.
Or Jubilant. I'm gonna be bad at that. It's almost the end of the night.
We're so synonymous, apparently. I'm just
Really
really
are.
MacTavish.
Jubilant, you are trying for your portents, right? And again, that dream of a church with a symbol, the preacher with your JD Seal's body, but your father's face, the rotting body beneath the church being feasted upon by rats. And after that, darkness. And in that darkness, you're aware that you yourself are in that darkness. We meet again. Hello, child.
Going at the same old shit, different day?
It's not my problem if you don't listen to my warnings.
Who are you?
I've had many names. The question isn't who I am, is who are you? Who are you going to be to me?
I have a question.
Are you going to be a thorn in my side? A spear to check my death? Or are you going to be an ally, an angel to my wing?
I have a question. Can I insight in a dream?
I don't know how you're going to I mean, sure. Why not? It's not really a dream.
Well, okay, but I'm participating in it more so than I would.
You're trying to read intention in his voice, not. So yeah, which insight is how much?
6. I have a specialty in empathy. I don't know that applies here.
Sure.
So 7.
7. You get the feeling that he's trying. It feels like he wants something from you, is what you're getting from it.
He's a tryhard.
I mean, he doesn't really have to try hard.
So what did he say to her? It
just feels like he wants something from you. His voice is almost expectant for an answer.
So he said I could be a thorn in his side.
The spirit to prove my death. Or you could be an ally to me, an angel to my wing.
Are you kindred?
Such a antiquated word.
You know,
that's not really an answer, is it?
Very rude conversation. You know my name and I don't know yours.
I never said your name.
I mean, you said it in my brain through my daddy's mouth. It's close enough.
Your memories are easier to read than your thoughts.
Who are you?
Again, I've had many names.
Tell me one.
You may call me Menethil. That is one that people used for a long time.
Why would I want to be an angel to anyone but God?
Oh, you believe that God is still here? Oh, that's cute.
I'm God's creation.
We're all God's creation, child. That doesn't mean that he has anything to do with anything happening on this world anymore. This is a side project he abandoned long ago. He's moved on.
Menethil, would we call you kindred?
It is a word that has been used to describe us, yes.
Are you an angel? Like me?
I have been called worse.
Where
Not
are
being
you?
called a god. But people often attribute things to deities when they do not understand them.
I have no other gods before him.
I didn't say I was a god.
What do you want with me?
You are interesting. I see much of myself in you, in which I would like to see what your little experiment will produce if given time to show results.
What little
All I
experiment?
ask is that you do not thwart my fun.
Oh, I can't promise you anything. I have a divine mission from God and Cain. I'm a predator, and if they set me on the path to devour you, I will.
You can try. But just remember, child, if I'm powerful enough to do this, what makes you think you'll get any close to me?
I guess we'll
And
see
with
about
that,
that.
he cuts it off. Into the last dream, where we were wrapping up. Mathias, you are in your manor, smoking a cigar, when Hector brings in a guest. Somebody you've never seen before, and yet somehow familiar. And I should mention that the face that you see each of you is different for each person.
Did I see a face at all? Because you said I was in darkness.
No, you didn't see a face this time.
Okay.
You just heard the voice. You felt the figure behind you, walking behind you, but you've never actually picked like a face.
Yeah.
You saw a figure. That's all you see.
Okay.
It's a different for the audience. A different face that you're seeing from the one that Karter saw.
Yeah.
He looks almost like your sire, but just a little off. Dressed in a black suit, wearing glasses, slicked back gray hair.
That would be a female.
Male.
Oh, different gender band, sire. Got it. Okay.
And a little bit of a tuft of white hair right down here. Kind of like how you look in real life.
Okay. Please.
Hello, Mathias.
Good evening.
You don't know me, but I know you.
Lots of people know me.
I know you better than you know yourself at this point, I believe. I know what you're trying to do, and it's amusing. Now, I do not wish to interrupt your plans. Far from it. In fact, I'd like to help you. I can do much to help you. But all I ask is that you allow me to continue my fun unabated. If you do so, I will grant you power that you do not already have. I will make you this king in shadow.
Mathias will sit back, set the cigar down. You say you know me better than I know myself. Correct?
I do.
You say you can grant me power.
I can.
You can make me the king in shadow.
I can.
And all I have to do is what? Stand aside?
Exactly.
Whom do I owe this audience this evening?
You may call me Menthil.
It's interesting. You come into my home. You make grand gestures. Make promises. And claim to know me. But if you knew me as you said, you know that I would not accept power that was not gained by my own hands and my own skills. You say...
But it is because of your skills and your hand that I'm offering you this. So, in effect, you did earn it with your skills and your hands.
Yes, this is true. I have earned much. But I do not crave power as you seek, or as you speak of it. There are things I crave and things I will achieve, and if you prove to be an avenue or an associate to those plans, perhaps we could strike a deal. But I am not one to bend the knee. I am not one to...
I am not asking you to serve me.
No, you are asking me to allow you to continue your machinations unabated.
Isn't that wish you wish?
The only problem is, if I am to do this, I need to know those machinations. You see, power is knowledge. Power is skill and use of said knowledge. If you wish me to stand aside, you must tell me.
Again,
The
I can grant you
machinations.
much law knowledge, but I cannot do this until I have an agreement from you.
Then I cannot make an agreement. For you are asking me to agree in blind faith of your ability to grant me such things.
You've seen my power.
I have seen power, yes, but not your
You have
power.
seen my power. You may not
Is
have
it?
attributed it to me, but you have seen it.
Is your it is then. You claim that is your power, right? That I've seen this, but yet you only avail yourself to me now.
It did not amuse me to do so otherwise.
I too understand this, but yet
It
you
is
must-
also because I've seen how you dealt with those skitterings that troubled you, that I am even talking to you. It is because you have shown yourself to be a master manipulator and placer that I've even considered not seeing you as a threat. Because, let me be clear, you are not a threat. But I would rather have you as an asset.
you reach out to me because you say you are drawn to my skills. You've seen what I've done, yet you want me in your fold.
Of course.
No,
Everyone wants a powerful figure in their fold, even the powerful.
yes, but here's the problem. I was once in someone's fold. It did not end well for me. I do not walk
I
in
know.
anybody's fold but my own.
And I can promise you, my machinations will not interfere with yours, as long as you do not interfere with mine.
I understand your words, but you fail to understand mine. I am not an asset to anybody. I am ally, partner, yes. Those are the terms I will accept. I will not be an asset to you, to be a pawn or a chess piece.
Semantics.
No, not really.
I'm bored of these games. Do you agree to work with me or not?
Unless you divulge your machinations, I cannot accept your offer in good faith.
I would divulge my machinations, but your mind would not handle them. They are centuries and millennia in the making.
Yes, there it is. The ego of unchecked power. The self-assuredness of one's divineness.
Divine? Oh, my. There is nothing divine about any of us.
Exactly. But yet you seem to have the trappings of the divine, egocentric.
I have been
Thinking you
called a
can do
god
what you-
before. That does not make me a god.
No. Unfortunately, I cannot agree to your terms. But I can tell you this.
This
If
will be
you-
my only offer.
You're right.
If you
and
do
I'm going
not
to-
accept this offer, you will not know that I am behind this.
Are you not open to counteroffer?
Oh, interesting. Dude, I am all ears.
Here's my counteroffer. You say these things that you know me and what I speak and what I want, yes?
Speak what you want.
Here's what I want. I want you to remove whatever it is you hold over my associates. Allow us to move as we move. You move as you move, and as long as your machinations do not impede or threaten mine or my coterie and various associates and assets in the field, I have no need to seek your downfall.
Interesting offer. But I will counter your offer with another offer. I will agree to your terms if you keep that young child of Malkov from attempting to end me.
Jubilant is very headstrong, and very strong in their
Right,
beliefs.
and she is in your organization.
You're right.
So
She
you
is.
have more pull over her than I do.
I do.
Although I could have more pull over her if I wished to. But if I was to agree to this agreement, I would not. And so I would be placing my well-being in your hands.
Yes, you would.
Now, again, I am willing to do this. But if you make this agreement, I promise you, you will not live to betray it.
Say this. No trust is won on words alone. Show that you are true to your word, and I will agree to terms as we've discussed.
I am, if nothing, a fair negotiator.
Same as I. So, when you have proven you're true, let us meet again, and we will either decide then to...
Agree now, and I will do it immediately.
I do not agree without proof.
Without agreement, there will be no proof.
Then, unfortunately, as they say, we are at an impasse.
Because if I do as you wish, then you have left me vulnerable,
Yes,
with no recourse.
vulnerability is trust.
No, it's not. Because you have not shown any vulnerability to your associates at all. So don't talk to me about vulnerability and manipulation, dear Mathias Hidalgo.
I do enjoy a good sparring session. But unfortunately, I believe our paths are on their course. That must come to a head soon.
Very well. If you do not wish to be my allies, and you wish to seek this further, you become my enemy, and you do not wish to see what that becomes.
We shall see. So I appreciate you extending such potential avenues of cooperation, but as I've discussed, I unfortunately cannot in good conscience do what you ask. I will put my faith in those I have accrued and collected, assets I have recently acquired.
Yes, assets, not allies.
Allies.
And the dream ends. And that's where we're ending for tonight. Thank you for coming out for this episode of Sanguine Stories, Heralds and Heresies. I am Dread Pirate Reynolds. That's Avery Connors, Chrissy C90, DoxRyan, HabaDacter, and ZemannTheMann. And until next time, that is next Wednesday, keep your fangs hidden.